transpired in these incidents.
America's listening to Fox News.
Daniel Velez here, Permian Ford Lincoln. What's really going on? I need you to push it, pull it, or drag it. I need those cars that you have in your driveway that somebody left over there. Ask your TA to give you the title and use that bad boy for a trade-in, okay? We're doing a $2,000 minimum deal on any of those vehicles, even if we got to pick them up, all right? We're buying vehicles heavily. Come check us out right here. We're going to be hot all summer. We have deals on all of our new vehicles. We got some left right now with 0% deals, and we're making deals all across the board. Only here at Permian Ford Lincoln, Hobbs America, 1000 North El Paso Street.
This 4th of July, Lovington is celebrating big with the 50th annual World's Greatest Lizard Race and your favorite all-day event, Party in the Park. Families, visitors, vendors, and community members will come together at the Chaparral Park for food, fun, music, and fireworks. And your business can be part of it. Sponsorship and vendor opportunities are available now and include on-site recognition and community visibility. Help make this hometown tradition unforgettable. To become an event sponsor or to participate as a vendor, you can find the Lovington Chamber of Commerce on Facebook or call the Lovington Chamber directly at 575-396-5311. Don't miss your chance to support Lovington's biggest celebration of the summer. Ad paid for in part by Lovington Lodgers Tax.
Big color, bigger savings. Sherwin-Williams Super Sale is here. Get 40% off paints and stains June 5th through the 11th with prices starting at $30.89. Whether you're refreshing your interior or exterior, we've got the colors to bring your vision to life. And with delivery, getting everything to your door is easier than ever. Shop online to have it delivered or visit your neighborhood Sherwin-Williams store. Retail sales only. Some exclusions apply. See store for details. Delivery available on qualifying orders.
Doug. There's nowhere I wouldn't go to help someone customize and save on car insurance with Liberty Mutual, even if it means sitting front row at a comedy show.
Hey everyone, check out this guy and his bird. What is this, your first date?
Oh, no. We help people customize and save on car insurance with Liberty Mutual together. We're married. Me to a human, him to a bird.
Yeah, the bird looks out of your league anyways.
Get a quote at libertymutual.com or with your local agent.
Liberty, 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 liberty. This Father's Day, do more with Dad and spend less with low prices guaranteed at the Home Depot. Get him fired up with a new grill and accessories, like the Next Grill 5-burner for just $299, so you can spend more time together while he becomes the grill master he was always meant to be. Or build memories with savings on top brand power tools so you can tackle projects side by side. Gift more and do more together this Father's Day with help from the Home Depot. Exclusions apply. See homedepot.com/price match for details.
Veterans and active duty service members. When your call to service ends, your mission doesn't have to. Go from GI to IT in just a few months at My Computer Career. Prepare for a high-demand career in cybersecurity, protecting people, systems, and institutions from real cyber threats. Cyber warriors are needed now. Will you answer the call? Go to mycomputercareer.edu/CWP to learn more. That's mycomputercareer.edu/CWP, an elite CompTIA certification partner. VA education benefits are available to those who qualify.
Progressive presents Heroes That Keep Truckers Going. Today's hero, the Rest Up Bathroom Custodian. Is there toilet paper? No. Paper towels? No. Clean stalls? Also no. But the soap dispenser is full, and that counts for something. Thanks, hero. Know what else keeps truckers going? Progressive's expanded cargo protection through their enhanced Cargo Plus coverage. Get a quote at progressivecommercial.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Coverage subject to policy terms, limits, and conditions. Not available in California.
There's hundreds of big-time spring specials this week at Bob's Ridgeway. Get Jimmy Dean bacon 12-ounce pack, just $2.99. Bottom beef round steak, $4.48 a pound. Seedless watermelons, $3.99 each, and get seedless grapes, just 98 cents a pound. Craven flavored sherbets and ice cream, 1 gallon pail, just $4.98. Olive Food Club cake mixes, 79 cents a box, and get the canned frosting for just $1.48. These and hundreds of big value specials for your spring this week at Bob's Ridgeway, where for 60 years your grocery dollar has always gone farther. 906 West Avenue D in Lovington.
Mexico weather.
Good morning. The forecast for the southeast plains of New Mexico. The temperatures at 87 degrees in Roswell, 20% chance for thunderstorms this afternoon. Temperature at 87 degrees as well in Carlsbad, Artesia, 20% chance for thunder showers, and 83 degrees in Lovington with a chance for a thunderstorm. Well, the temperatures by tomorrow will be hotter and rain chances decreasing. For W105 FM, I'm meteorologist Ron Roberts.
Your country plays on W105.
Be in the Breakfast Club with B, Monica, and you. News, sports, weather, and the truth. Waking you up every morning from Roswell to Artesia. Calls back to Ruidoso to Santa Fe to Albuquerque. We wake you up, B, in the Breakfast Club. The truth tellers, no bees.
Welcome to Be in the Breakfast Club. Be in the Breakfast Club being powered by Permian Ford and PermianFord.com. The question of the day brought to you by Lovington Auto Supply with the largest selection of parts for heavy trucks and semis. Call or text now, 877-396-W105 to talk to us. Text line brought to you by Amigo Machinery, your Kubota dealer. Call or text now, 877-396-W105 to talk to us.
Am I dressed appropriately?
Do you know what today is?
Friday, it is National Donut Day.
It is National Donut Day. Again, yes, there are two.
Donuts. I got donuts.
I love donuts.
Donut.
Donuts. Go nuts.
Donuts!
Whoa, excellent!
Happy National Donut Day.
I offer these delicious donuts.
Happy National Donut Day.
Showtime!
And good morning to you. I am trying to abstain from the donuts. I will give mine to Russ Black. He can have all the donuts he wants.
I'll take them.
Yeah. So, Will Rooney, not going to give them to you. Sorry. You're not going to eat them anyway.
No, I'm not. It would be a waste.
So we'll give them to Russ Black. So today
Russ
is a
can
Friday.
have mine too.
Yeah. So we'll give Russ everybody's donuts. Yeah, he's going to go home with a sugar high, and Pam is going to be like, "You're more hyper than you usually are," which is almost impossible.
That's hard to do.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah, that's hard to beat. All right, 6:06. Today is Apple II Day, Festival of Popular Delusions Day. Maybe that should be Trump derangement syndrome. The delusion lives on. Hot Air Balloon Day, Hug an Atheist Day. Make sure and tell them God bless you. Attitude Day, Donut Day, Gingerbread Day, Gun Violence Awareness Day. By the way, it's not the gun's fault. The gun doesn't get up one day and decide to go shoot somebody. National Ketchup Day, Veggie Burger Day. No, thank you. Sausage Roll Day and World Environment Day. So, World Cup, FIFA World Cup, coming to Dallas and New Jersey, and they're going to be using the robotic dogs equipped with cameras to patrol. Full name is the Naturalizing Administrative Robot Canine. Nickname, what would that be? NARC for short. The dog has a union plan, and I think more. Probably has better benefits than you and me, for sure.
Oh, yeah.
And Arizona, yeah, I mean, NARC, the dog. Wildlife officials in Arizona used a tarp to tranquilize a bear that climbed a tree in a quiet neighborhood before they safely relocated the bear. At first, people called the fire department, but they don't deal with anything bigger than like a cat. So then they called in animal control. Animal control was able to find the bear, trank it, use a tarp for when it fell. They were able to save the bear, and they put him in a bender, and he went in a early hibernation, located him to a different part of Arizona. God bless. Congratulations going out to the Texas Longhorns. Yes, it hurts me to say it. They beat Texas Tech last night for the women's softball national championship. So congratulations to Texas. About time you win the national championship in something. You didn't think I was just going to say congratulations.
I was going to say, they had to get that little dig in there, hubby.
Florida mother filed a federal lawsuit against Campbell Company and Walmart, claiming her SpaghettiOs that she bought at Walmart had worms inside the SpaghettiOs.
Ooh.
Which just makes me go, oh, spaghetti. I think it's O's.
Yeah, spaghetti, no.
goodness. Nasty. Yeah, I don't want any of those. And scientists have found 4 different types of yeast in a brownish water that melted a world's oldest human mummy. This thing's 5,300 years old. It was frozen, and I'm wondering what they're going to do with the yeast. Maybe, I don't know, brew some beer, sourdough. Yeah. We'll leave it to them. Shia LaBeouf pled guilty. Battery charges he punched bar patrons in New Orleans during Mardi Gras. Look, Mardi Gras will make you do crazy things. So he is going to undergo some treatment, and hopefully he gets better. And in Irvington High School in Fremont, California, they have canceled the 2026 football season because their head coach, they couldn't find a head coach. And there weren't enough players to field the team. That is a 4A high school. And you can't find enough players to, man, that sounds nasty. I mean, most of the time, at least you can get 50 kids out for a 4A school, at least. All right, we're going to get to the thought for the day. I'll get to that coming up in a second. Big trial is set to begin. Carmelo Anthony's trial. So he's been charged with first-degree murder in Frisco, Texas, where they allege that he killed Austin Metcalf. I don't know if you've caught some of the people protesting outside the event. It's just plain ugly. It really is. Now, if I used the N-word and said the only good N-word is a dead N-word, would you call that racist?
Oh, yeah.
Because, I mean, they got good African-American people. Listen to this guy. VMAX, pot it up.
Dead cracker. Only good cracker is a dead cracker. Only good cracker is a dead cracker. Only good cracker is a dead cracker.
Wow, I mean, that's all he knew. The only good cracker is a dead cracker.
Yeah, not that's racist at all. No, that's not racist. He totally likes them white people.
Look,
he can't be racist. He's black,
No,
remember?
He's black, so he can't be. He gets a pass. We're going to give him a pass. Yeah, he's not. He can't be a racist. Now, Will Cain actually. I mean, anybody could be racist. That's just a bunch of BS they try to sell. Will Cain on Fox talked to the forensic auditor, the guy that goes in and watches the video. And listen to what he had to say about the self-defense. Don't think so.
Online rumors that started at least by some in the Anthony camp that he was jumped by 4 guys and then his act was therefore in self-defense. And the video you're telling me does not support that allegation.
Not even in the least bit, Will. Not even close. It was one-on-one. You can absolutely make out that there's 2 people that get into a scuffle. It's very, very short in duration. The contact between the 2 of them probably lasted less than 5 seconds. And as soon as the push went the other direction, which presumably is when he was stabbed, you can see everybody, completely scattered.
Well, it doesn't matter what what the truth is. The guy is a martyr. He is going to be a martyr. If he's found guilty, there will be protests in the streets. He will be. I mean, he killed. Look, they're both young men. He killed this young man.
Is this OJ and Rodney King all over again?
Oh no, it's gonna be the same thing. It's gonna be the same thing, and I would think they find him guilty because of the evidence, but I just don't know if they're gonna do it. And you know what? The Metcalf, the father, Austin Metcalf's dad is a Christian and went to an event for Carmelo Anthony and just said, look, I just want you to know my family forgives Carmelo for what he did to my son. We have forgiven him because that's what God tells me to do. Man, they called him a racist. He's like, wait a second, I'm here to forgive you. But at that point, they were into collecting a lot of money on that GoFundMe account. So the more they publicized, the more screen time they got. Heck, they collected $800,000. Like 2 weeks after he murdered this kid, and I'm going to say he murdered him. And 2 weeks later, they're moving into a brand new 5-bedroom home. Why wouldn't you? You got $800,000 and you got a lawyer that's like, I'm going to work for you for pro bono because my name's going to be mentioned every time they mention you. So he's working for pro bono. They get to keep the money. So I've got a bad feeling about this. I see the people protesting and the whole thing. The only good crackers are Brett. Look, thank God that most African Americans don't think that way.
Agreed.
Thank God that most don't. And they shouldn't typecast people, and we shouldn't typecast people. But if look at the evidence, whatever happened to 2 young men fist fighting? There ain't nothing matter with that. You don't have to pull a gun. You don't have to, stab somebody. There's zero problems with that. All right, today is a open line Friday. Love to hear from you. Our number 877-396-W105. And, of course, morning show powered by our buddies at Permian Ford. Go check them out today. Text line 877-396-W105 being brought to you by Kubota and Amigo Machinery. You can find them at amigo-machinery.com. And if you want to answer the question of the day, which is open line, you can talk about whatever you want to talk about. That's being brought to you by Lovington Auto and Big Truck Parts. Hey, if you're driving the semi this morning and you need parts for your big semi truck, they've got the trucks. And, the cool thing is these guys have the expertise to help you with your next project. It's not like going into what we like to call the convenience store of auto parts, where every other day they got new people working in there. And none of them have been under the hood. Go check them out today. Avenue D in Lovington. If I said it once, I've said it a million times. Can I get a nickel every time I complain about the Republicans not being able to stick together? I'd be a millionaire. I would be a millionaire. 18 House Republicans defied President Trump, defied him, and voted to pass the Ukraine aid package. 18 of them. 18. Clay Higgins from Louisiana just got out of that. And here's what he said.
All these Republicans voting to send more money to Ukraine. It's unbelievable. All the Democrats, and from what I counted, 19 Republicans voted for that. Unreal. Keep you posted. Oh.
Yeah, I mean, we can't win like this. And on the Senate side, 4 senators sided with the Democrats, united with the Democrats, I should say. So the SAVE Act died. 78% of Americans, they polled 78% of Americans, Democrats, Republicans, Independents, whites, blacks, Hispanic, Asian, and 78% of them said, we have no problem showing our ID to vote. But
which Republicans?
Yeah, 6.
Yeah, no, which ones?
Fox said, yeah, it's Fox. Oh, okay. Which ones? Collins, Murkowski, McConnell, and Tillis. Yeah. 4. So I can't wait for Mitch McConnell to get the hell out of there. Tom Tillis, North Carolina, get on out of here. Now, Susan Collins is the one that's running against Plattner.
Yeah, in Maine.
In Maine. So she kind of had no choice, but Murkowski is from Alaska, she always sides with the Democrats. Just become a Democrat. And, you know, the Democrats are talking about Plattner going, well, we can't not support him because Susan Collins votes alongside Donald Trump and lockstep. I'm like, no, she doesn't. Here's a perfect example. So Republicans can't stick together. And we will never win until we figure out how to stick together. In a little bit, I'm going to tell you about the how many people got out to vote in Lee and Eddy County. The numbers are not good. Evidently, people like the way this state is being run. That's the only thing I could figure out, that people like the way the state is run. Because if you didn't like the way it was run, you would get out and vote. Every election.
Did you see the difference in the voter turnout, especially look at the gubernatorial candidates? Twice as many Democrat votes as Republicans. I don't know why we can't get Republicans in New Mexico to turn out.
I think it was even worse in Congressional District 2. Greg Cunningham. It was even Gabe Boskus just wiped the floor.
Now
I don't know where
they haven't gone up against each other yet. But we're talking about voter turnout for Gabe Boskus and voter turnout for Greg Cunningham.
Yeah. Now, maybe there's some apathy on the Republican side because they're like, well, you know, we'll wait and vote in November. I'm praying that's the case. We need you. But I'll talk about Eddy and Lee County coming up, and we'll also talk about a man that pleads guilty to child pornography. I'll get to that. We'll check the text in a second. Already 6:21. Check of the weather this morning being brought to you by La Tienda in Pecos, Texas. You can find them on Eddy Street. They've got everything you need. I'm talking about everything. Having a cookout this weekend, coldest beer in town. They also have boneless thighs and fryer wings for $2.19 a pound. Round steak, bottom round steak, $5.49 a pound. Get the whole pork loin for just $1.99 a pound. And get the bacon, Jimmy Dean bacon, 12-ounce pack, hickory or applewood for $3.99. If you're looking for some fruit, they've got everything. Watermelons, seedless watermelon, $4.99 each. Seedless green grapes for just $1.99 a pound. And the red ripe strawberries for $1.99 for a pound. And the deli department say big right now. You can find the Black Forest ham and off the bone ham for $4.48 a pound. Salami and pepperoni for $4.98 a pound. And the baby Swiss cheese for $4.98 a pound. And right now you can get the Coke, Dr. Pepper, you can get Sprite, and other flavors. Get the 8-pack of 12-ounce bottles, 2 for $12. See it all today. And Pecos, Texas at La Tienda. Weather for the day, high temperature getting up to 85. Sunny skies are expected maybe by this afternoon. Maybe a chance of rain before 3 o'clock this afternoon. 20% chance of rain. High temperature 85. Tonight, 30% chance of rain. And tomorrow, a 20% chance of afternoon showers, high getting up to about 84. Now, Sunday in southeast New Mexico, we're calling for 96. And Monday, we're up to 100 for southeast New Mexico. Flash flood watch in effect again for Ruidoso. High temperature 76. Showers are expected this afternoon with a 60% chance of rain. 40% chance of rain tonight, and then a 50% chance of rain tomorrow. Tomorrow's high getting up to 77. Sunday and Monday, no rain in the forecast and looking good for Lincoln County. Albuquerque, 94 and increasing clouds, 61 tonight, 94 and sunny. No rain in the forecast for the weekend. Sunday is also looking good in Albuquerque. Quick check of the weather being brought to you by Twin Wells Fuel Station. If you're driving on 128 this morning, and you're between Jowl and Carlsbad, and you need fuel, hey, I've got some advice. Exit Buck Jackson Road, go down less than 3 miles, fill her up with unleaded green diesel, red diesel, DEF, Twin Wells Fuel Station, they accept credit cards, debit cards, and fleet cards. Be safe on the road from the Twin Wells Fuel Station. 624, Russ Black has the text.
One person, Steve B., says he showed up at 1:30 in the daytime in the afternoon, Ada County Fire Department Training Center, to vote, and he was just the 56th person who's voted, and that was pretty sad for that time of day. And Melissa in Albuquerque says that Costco gas in Albuquerque is $3.59. So, and there you go. I see Will working on something. John, thank you for voting. He made that comment that he's already voted, that he voted this time around and will in November. Sooner fan says it's not that Republicans can't get along, it's Republicans can't get along with the rhinos. And that's correct. Artesia Breakfast Club.
Yeah, maybe you're half right about that.
Artesia Breakfast Club, not much difference between the Dems and Republicans in Congress now, and it's shameful. And Yo-Yo asked B, did you see the Madden 27 cover? It's Caleb Williams, and apparently his fingernails are painted.
Yeah, his fingernails are painted. What do you think about a man painting his fingernails, Russ?
Guess he can decorate himself however he wants.
Well, I mean, I'm thinking back in the day, there were some rockers that painted their fingernails.
Oh,
and
yeah.
Grew that fingernail out. I mean, some of them were doing that so they could dip down into a baggie and get some white powder out on the fingernail.
There was a reason, yeah. Well, I mean, if you're, I don't know, those same rockers were wearing eyeliner. If you're a rocker and there's a reason that's part of your costume, that's one thing. But if you're just,
a dude,
just a normal dude.
Well, this goes all the way back to his college seasons at USC. And he actually, I think it was him or the kid from Alabama, the receiver Williams from Alabama, that actually got NIL money from a nail. And so they wanted the trend to, go far, men painting their nails.
And
we got anybody that paints their nails like truck drivers or people that work in the patch?
Yeah,
I'm just thinking out loud.
Your lead tongue hand shows up for the tower and he's got his fingernails painted. There's going to be some conversations in the doghouse. That's all I'm going to say. Hashtag had an interesting text. He said he didn't believe the SpaghettiOs story because the cans are sealed. There's very little oxygen, and then they're heated after they're sealed to be sure that everything, So
yeah, I don't know, but it's a heck of a lawsuit, and I mean we have had reports before, and they won the cases, and a lot of times, these companies, so they don't get the bad publicity, they will just pay the money and say, you signed a non-disclosure. But there's been like rats in a Pepsi can. And so there've been other stuff like that has happened. So I'm not saying it didn't happen, but seems strange. And she's the only one. If it was just one can, it would have to be other cans, you would think also. Maybe somebody's just like wolfing it down, not even looking at it. I mean, and worms are a good source of protein.
I knew you was going there.
Told. It's a good source.
So, I've got, let's see, feel the same way about piercings on men's ears, nose, and lips and everything. Sooner fan says that's just ridiculous. So.
You left out a couple of places.
And, that pretty much wraps up the text line. Somebody made a comment that one guy, the racist, sounds like George Jefferson. I don't even remember him sounding like that. But you talk to some people and they go, well, people of color can't be racist. Yes, they can. Anybody can be racist. Look up the definition of racism, and it's somebody that thinks that their race is superior over somebody else's race.
Anybody can be a racist. I mean, black folks can be racist. Hispanics can be racist. And I've said it before. I worked at, a black radio station, an urban station. And, they even had hate for light color, like dark color African Americans hated on the white, lighter color African Americans because of color of skin. So anybody can be racist. That's for sure. All right, let me get to the tweet of the day this morning, being brought to you by Fusion Medical Spa, 1034 Meacham Drive in Ruidoso. If you're suffering from pain, your knees, your back, your joints, your shoulders, get in touch with Dr. Rapp today. Fusion Medical Spa, they've got their brand new location at 1034 Meacham Drive in Ruidoso, and they can help you with the pain, and they're giving a free consultation over the phone with Dr. Rapp. You can speak to Dr. Rapp, tell him about your pain, and he can come up with what procedures can actually help you. Along with that, they're also offering Botox for $11 a unit, and that's administered by an RN. Allergy injections. If the allergies are just too bad this year and you need the allergy injections, you don't even need an appointment. You just show up. They're offering those for $65 per injection. And they're also offering introductory offers like $30 for the red light therapy or the cryotherapy. And if you're living in pain, go talk to Dr. Rapp. Make that call this morning. It's 575-257-4772, 1034 Meacham Drive in Ruidoso. All right, this is the first time I've tried this. So let's see if it's going to work. This is audio only, Will. Audio only for the tweet of the day.
The donut hole. Let's stop right there. What a horrible little snack. If you want a donut, have a donut. Why are you eating the hole? It's such a freaky metaphysical concept to begin with. You can't sell people holes. A hole does not exist. Words have meanings. A hole is the absence of whatever is surrounding it. Okay? If they were really donut holes, the bag would be empty. And the donuts that you got the holes from wouldn't have holes because you took them. Now, if you want, you could take what they're calling donut holes, but they are not. They are donut plugs. You could take the plug and shove it in the hole, which I don't even feel comfortable saying for some reason.
Jerry Seinfeld, the tweet of the day this morning. See, there's more ways to skin a cat, Will Rooney. I was like, oh, I could put audio up there. Fix that. Got it. All right, I got this information from Larry Scott in Lee County, and he said, Lee County voter participation, the primary election, was 14.4%. Eddy County, not much better at 17%. So he went on to ask the question. My question is, folks, willing to comment on social media, he asked the question, why aren't people getting out and vote? I mean, 17%, 14%. And by God, we were playing ads on the radio every hour about getting out and voting. I want to know why people, Monday we're going to do this question. Why do people not vote? Is it apathy? Do they believe their vote doesn't count? Do they think the election is rigged? Because 14%, 17%. Well, statewide, it was 24%. And that's 24% of registered voters. That's not 24% of eligible participants. So I would like to know why people are not getting out and voting. Because to fix the problem, we got to understand the problem. So maybe somebody can enlighten me on why they don't vote. Albuquerque man facing charges of manufacturing and distributing and possessing child pornography was in court on Thursday. Timothy Huell, 34 years old, entered a guilty plea, manufacturing pornography. Judge Lucy Solomon accepted his plea. Under the plea agreement, the court dismissed distribution and possession of child pornography. And so Bernalillo deputies said they got a tip from the National Center for Missing and Exploited Kids so now he's facing up to 12 years in prison. I just don't understand why we make these plea deals. You got him. You got more evidence than you need. Why we're dropping some charges against them? So anyway, his sentencing is coming up in August. We'll keep you abreast of that. All right, Joe Rogan is not going to work at 60 Minutes. 60 Minutes issued a statement and said, look, we have not talked to Joe Rogan. Joe Rogan has not reached out to us. Speculation began after Anderson Cooper announced that he was stepping away from 60 Minutes. And somebody asked him, who do you think they should get? And he said, Joe Rogan. And that was it. But somebody took the ball and ran with it. And CBS came out and said, not true. We talked about that yesterday, and CBS is coming out saying not true. Joe Rogan is not coming to work for us.
That's the thing now. This day and age in news, all you need is a hint of a rumor, and they'll run with it.
Just a little thread is all we need. New Mexico man convicted of assaulting multiple nurses. He assaulted 3 healthcare professionals. Santa Fe County jury found Steve Ortiz guilty of all 3 counts of battering a healthcare worker. And this goes back to 2025. They were trying to give him medical care. And instead, he assaulted them. By the way, at the time, he was highly intoxicated. By the way, his sentencing date has not been set yet. Several women coming out about Graham Plattner. And the Democrats, even Sonny Holstein said, we still have to support him. We just have to hold our nose, even though we know he's a creep. We know he's a creep, but we just got to hold our nose. Have you seen the women that came out and said the stuff that they said about this guy? He abused women. Wait a second. I thought liberals hated men that abused women. Not just one woman. You have multiple women that have come out and said that he berated them. One said that he ruined their life, said that he would take their phones and look through their phones and do all kind of other stuff. They said he was a terrible person. And then he would blame everything on post-traumatic stress disorder. Look, this guy is a veteran. I am not in the least bit saying that he didn't see bad stuff, but you can't blame everything. It's like him having the tattoo of the concentration camp. And you don't know what that is? You had no idea what it is. I'm just going to say, before I put something on my body,
oh, no.
I know
he's
exactly.
Come out. There's proof that he knew what it was.
Yeah.
Because
he talked about it. I mean, some people might look at this tattoo on my arm, the Gadsden flag, and say, well, you're a racist. Don't tread on me. You're a racist. No. I know 100% what that means. I know 100% what that means. Certified coon ass. I know 100% what that means. Who's going to put something on their body they don't know what it's about? I don't think anybody will. But he's not dropping out. But it looks like Janet Mills, the governor of Maine, is jumping back in the race to try to save the Democrats. And the Democrats are like, we got to support him because Susan Collins always votes with Donald Trump. No, she doesn't. She proved that last night when she voted against the SAVE Act. But here's Plattner talking about he's not stepping down.
Have you had any communication with the folks at the DSCC or Democratic operatives who have talked about dropping out, who have talked about other options? Have you received any communication today about that?
No, I have not. And I expect that we will not, primarily because what we've built up here, it's robust.
It's robust. Well, that means that the people in Maine really don't care. That's what that would mean. And pretty much like AOC, who has endorsed this clown. Schumer has endorsed him. Schiff has endorsed him. All the biggies in the Democratic Party have endorsed him. Here's what AOC had to say.
Read up on this latest reporting. You know, I think everyone, when we run for office, our responsibilities to our constituents and to the people of, for me, New York 14, in this case, for the people of Maine. So I think a lot of it, again, I don't want to speak before I've dug into a lot of, you know, before I've dug into what's out there. So I just want to be respectful of that.
Well, I'm just wondering, why wouldn't you dig into it already? So he's not going anywhere. He's not going to go anywhere. Janet Mills is going to step in. Susan Collins is a terrible Republican. I mean, even if we lose Susan Collins, even if we lose that Republican seat, what are we losing anyway? I mean, serious. I mean, she doesn't back the Republican Party. So what exactly are we losing? Probably not a whole bunch. 641. You know, when I think of Cloudcroft, I'm thinking about a quiet place where people go and live or retire or have second homes. Scenic, you know, views, beautiful area, good people, good food. I don't think about a woman killing her husband. So a Cloudcroft woman has been sentenced to prison for killing her husband. Dina Thetford entered a plea of guilty, second-degree murder, tampering with evidence, and forgery in connection with the death of her husband, Craig Thetford, who was also living at Cloudcroft. Craig Thetford was last seen January of 2025. After months without contact, family members reported him missing in May of 2025. Otero County Sheriff's Office indicated they initiated a welfare check on the couple's home, and no sign of Craig Thetford. During the investigation, his wife, Tina, provided multiple conflicting explanations regarding her husband's whereabouts. She initially claimed that Craig left for Mexico with another woman, later stating he was conducting firefighter training in Albuquerque.
Oops.
Then she said he's caring for his mother in Texas.
Oops.
And then she said he's eventually working for somebody in Texas. Well, in May of 2025, investigators received an anonymous Crime Stoppers tip alleging that Dina Thetford had shot and killed her husband following an altercation at their home in Cloudcroft. Investigation revealed that during the first week of January of 2025, Dina Thetford shot and killed Craig inside their home, with evidence showing that Craig suffered at least 3 gunshot wounds. Investigators found a body wrapped in plastic and in a blanket and in a rug under piles of carpet and other items in the carport outside the couple's home. She had never gotten rid of the body. Next to the carport, there was a hole approximately 6'7", 6 to 7 feet in length and 2 to 3 feet deep. Over the course of multiple months, Dina sent fabricated text messages from Facebook to her husband. Yeah, she forged records, bank accounts, and all kind of other stuff. Well, that didn't work. And yesterday she was found guilty of second-degree murder, tampering with evidence, and forgery. And of course, she will be sentenced at a later date. I would never think that would happen in Cloudcroft. And I mean, if you're going to be a criminal, you have to be better than that. Don't bury the body on your own property, number one. Maybe I shouldn't say all this.
You say that about Cloudcroft, but what that fugitive that one fugitive just found in weed?
In weed, I mean, yes.
So I mean, look, I'm a mountain boy myself, but speaking as a mountain boy, there's some freaky mountain people.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, it looks that way.
There's some good mountain people, but there's some freaky
good
mountain
people. Maybe there's some people hiding out.
Yeah,
that's where they go, to the hills, to the mountains, to get away. All right, looks like California election results are still undecided, along with Los Angeles election results as they continue to count the ballots. California is very slow at counting ballots. They said 30 to 33 days to wrap this thing up. California's primary election results remain undecided at this point. But what we do know is that Steve Hilton, when they started counting, doing the canvassing, Steve Hilton was leading the race by 28% of the votes. Behind him were two Democrat candidates. The Biden official, Xavier Becerra, at 25%, and Tom Steyer at 20%. So Steyer would have to make up a lot. Well, Hilton would have to lose a lot, and Steyer would have to gain a lot. And if somebody's going to cook books, I would think that would be the way they do it. But why does it take this long to count the votes? This is ridiculous. And they're using, what is the name of the, I should know the name of the machine, SmartCaster, and what was the name of the voting machine? SmartCaster and Dominion software. So they should have, and I know you got to do a recount after, but man, they should know who won the election.
Why is California different from everywhere else?
Well, I mean, even in New Mexico, to get the official results, it takes about 14 days.
But we've got our results the same day.
Yeah, well, those are unofficial, so I think canvassing happens.
California is not talking about official; they're still trying to get their unofficial.
They're still counting. You know, I would think one race that they're going to look at is the county commissioner in Otero County, that Amy Barella seat, because that was within 20 votes difference, very, very close. So I would think they're going to do an automatic recount on that one. Albuquerque family says a toddler was failed by the system before her death. And look, how many of these do we see that Children, Youth, and Families Department of New Mexico failed to protect the kid? So the family saying they're still mourning the death of the 2-year-old after police said the mother abused her that led to her death. The grandparents of the little girl that was abused said that, you know, the state and the system let her down. And I'll go along with that. Tabitha Molina was the person of interest, the mother, and she took Anastasia, the little girl, to Presbyterian Hospital, where she later died, and there were signs of abuse. And I'm wondering how many times had CYFD been called out? We've got to, whoever is elected governor, it's not going to happen under Deb Haaland. She is going to, it's going to stay the same. That's a problem. President Trump warning Iran that if they kill any U.S. troop members, that could trigger a military action like they've never seen. Let's hope it doesn't get to that. We are being so patient at this time. Is it too patient? I mean, we've been, 3 weeks, 4 weeks without dropping any bombs. And I'm not a warmonger, but at the same time, we got to fix this. We've got to fix it. All right, Russ, let's check the price of oil. Let's see. I was told that the price of gas at the pump is dipped down. Price of oil this morning being brought to you by Fens and Artesia. Savings throughout the store. Beef bottom round steak, $5.49 a pound. Whole pork loin, $1.99 a pound. Get the boneless thighs and the fryer wings for $2.19 a pound. Produce department, seedless watermelons, $4.99 a pound. Get the green grapes, the seedless grapes, for $1.99 a pound. And also get strawberries, red ripe, delicious strawberries, 1 pound for $1.99. Savings throughout the store. Make sure and check the website for the digital coupons. And they've got Dr. Pepper, Coke, Sprite, Peace Tea, 2 12-packs for $12. Get it today. And in the deli department, they always have big savings. About the corner shop cut pepperoni or salami for $4.98 a pound. Baby Swiss cheese for $4.98 a pound. And get the corner shop cuts off the bone ham or the Black Forest ham for $4.48 a pound. The coldest beer in town. You can find it at Fens and Artesia. 10 minutes away from 7 o'clock. Price of oil this morning.
Futures are down to 79.9. West Texas Intermediate at 83.5, and West Texas Midland, that Sweet Light crude's at 92.39. It's actually below West Texas Intermediate, which is odd.
I don't know if you're following the stock market. Yesterday, I took a peek at the stock market, and man, we were over 51. Like this morning, we're opening up trading. We're already up, and the market hasn't opened. Traditionally hasn't opened, but we're up 874 points. We're at 51,561. If you got money in the stock market, you're rolling, no doubt. I mean, you could say what you want about Donald Trump, but if you got a 401k, I guarantee you it's worth more money than it was when Biden was in office. New Mexico Activities Association, their board of directors last night voted to allow students to transfer to schools without penalty and be immediately eligible for varsity athletics on their first transfer. So if you are going to school at Roswell and you want to transfer to Dexter because you think Dexter has a better chance of winning a state championship, I'm just making up schools. You can move. You don't have to live in the district. Not going to be there are some exceptions, but recruiting is still not allowed. The change is not final yet, but member schools for the New Mexico Activities Association will have 2 weeks to vote on the proposal. But the board of directors voted yes on this. For years, student athletes who transfer schools often have to set out a year of varsity sports. That ruling led to lawsuits over eligibility. Blair Dunn, local attorney and a parent, fought the NMAA last year about his daughter's eligibility as she transferred from Corona to Albuquerque Academy. About midway through summer last year, they found out the school that she was going to go to, and she decided that she was going to switch schools. So it looks like now all the schools are going to have to vote on this, but it looks like most of the time the board of directors votes on it and they'll go along with it. So nobody would be punished for transferring to a school. So and look, this happened for years in Roswell where kids all of a sudden would go to school at Goddard, even though they lived in the Roswell High District. Now, if they did it during their freshman year, no pain, nobody had to sit out. And that happened that went on for a long, long time. Same thing with basketball. Roswell High was a basketball school. I'm sure that happened with other schools, no doubt. So we would completely get rid of that rule where you're not punished if you transfer. I think you're opening up a can of worms, but we'll see how it works out. Louisiana Governor Jeff Landry signed a Biological Truth Act. Russ, what do you think that's about? Biological Truth Act.
I would think that's doing some type of positive test to see if you're a little boy or a little girl.
Yeah. Well, whatever sex you were born into, that is your sex. Sex means an individual's biological sex, either male or female. Whatever is on the birth certificate, that's your gender identity. He signed that into law yesterday. And Brooke Rollins, she is the Agriculture Department Secretary. During a hearing, she explained how the Trump administration was going to combat SNAP fraud. Now, SNAP fraud is costing us billions of dollars. Look, the Democrats have agreed not to participate in looking for the fraud. Like New Mexico is like, we're not opening up those files. And the feds are like, wait, we're supplying the money. What are you talking about? You're not going to show us the files. No, we're not going to show you. And so is it $10 billion a year in fraud? I bet those numbers were even higher. I guarantee you, the Republican states have participated in this, and they're finding $20 billion in fraud. In Ohio yesterday, all the fraud that came down as we were on the air. Nuts. Former National Security Advisor John Bolton pled guilty to retaining classified information. He was a National Security Advisor under Joe Biden. I think he also worked for the Obama administration. But he had national security documents at his home that weren't declassified, that shouldn't have been removed. Oh, wait, Biden did the same thing and wasn't charged. I don't get that. On the House floor, there was almost a brawl yesterday. Rashida Tlaib. Almost, she came close to exploding after a House of Representative turned into a shouting match with Representative Max Miller. He's a Republican from Ohio. Leveled a politically explosive accusations about Rashida Tlaib, the Democrat from Michigan. Triggered an hour of procedural chaos when he made the comment that he was hanging out with Hezbollah. She lost her mind. Now, Miller is a staunch supporter of Israel and Free Palestine. Yeah, that goes on Tlaib. So to say that he was hanging out with Hezbollah, probably not 100% accurate, but there might, I think two things can be true at the same time. If you were supporting Palestine during everything, who was controlling Palestine? Hezbollah. So maybe you were supporting Hezbollah. Just thinking out loud. All right, we're going to check the text. Before we get to the text, it's already 6:58. Man, I tell you what, Scott Bassett, yesterday he said, no, I didn't threaten to punch somebody. I threatened to kick their ass. You remember that cut? Well, Ben Ray Lujan came at him. Little Ben Ray Lujan. Ben Ray Lujan does not have the wherewithal to compete with the likes of Scott Bassett. Listen to the way this went.
The Department of Justice represents the IRS and the Department of Treasury in this lawsuit, correct?
Correct.
Are you aware of this addendum? You're telling me DOJ gave the president this without you knowing about it?
Again, they settle on our
All right,
behalf.
well, that's not how the law works, sir. I'm not a lawyer, but you have a bunch of them behind you. You should see the faces they're making at me behind you. They're all scowling at me back over here.
Well, I think that's a different reason, sir.
Well, for whatever it is, they're doing it.
I think they're looking at you for a different reason.
Burn?
Ooh.
Ben Ray Lujan. Who are you talking about? Why they're looking at me that way? I'm getting on the phone with my mom. She'll come up here and take care of this.
What was that word he used? He was trying to say scowling at him, and he said sculling at him or something?
Yeah. So yesterday they also said that he was running the most corrupt Justice Department or Treasury Department
President
ever.
Trump proudly claimed that he doesn't think about Americans' financial situation when it comes to the war with Iran. So I want to ask you, Secretary Bessent, do you agree with President Trump that you also do not care about Americans' financial situations?
Congresswoman, who was the president during World War I?
Can you?
No,
are you refusing to answer my question?
No, I'm asking, who was the president during World War I?
I don't know, but clearly you
So
are
you
not
don't know who the
answering my
president during
question.
World War I was. Well, let me tell
so
you.
I'm clearly getting the idea that you do not want to answer whether you agree with President Trump that you do not care about Americans' financial situations.
President Trump does care about Americans' financial situation.
Who was the president during World War I?
I don't know.
I think it was Woodrow Wilson. Yes, correct. Ding, ding. Yes, thank you. You're a sitting congressman. You can't be that stupid. All right, we're going to hear from Teresa Legger Fernandez. We'll get to that coming up in just a second. Driver claimed her dog jumped on the steering wheel, and that's what caused a crash in Minnesota that killed an 82-year-old woman. As I look at the mugshot of this woman, by the way, it wasn't the dog. It looked like you probably were operating a motor vehicle, and not good. Shauna Dawkins, 43 years old, charged of criminal vehicular homicide, operating a motor vehicle in a negligent manner, which is a felony. She is also charged in that head-on crash that killed Barbara Lee Wellberg, 82 years old. Part of that criminal complaint, she said, the dog jumped on the steering wheel, and that's why she actually crashed. The dog made me do it. Wow. The dog made me do it. The coach from the Carmelo Anthony victim case, Austin Metcalf, testified yesterday. He said, look, I just knew that Austin was gone. He said, Austin was an exceptional student, an exceptional person. His name is Robert Starr. And he said, after seeing the commotion and then seeing Metcalf laying on the ground with a big hole in his chest, he knew he was gone. He said, just look at him. And, of course, that case is going to go down the wire. Self-defense has been claimed. He has been charged with first-degree murder. All right, the feds yesterday charged 14 people. Well, that was going on when we were on the air. They're talking about $50 million. $50 million in fraud. Lamborghinis, all kind of, exotic cars. You got people that, on average, they say the providers of the autism service was making about $200,000 a year. But in Ohio, they were making $3 million a year and not seeing any patients. Now, they started with the fraud, locating fraud with Elon Musk, and the courts pretty much reversed all that stuff. You remember Doge?
Oh, yeah.
But the courts reversed all of it. So we really didn't save the money that we thought we were going to save. This is the way they're going to have to go after them, one at a time. Just go get them one at a time. All right, when we come back, we're going to hear from Teresa Legger Fernandez. We'll get to that. Morning show this morning being brought to you by Atlas Makeup Mirror and Grooming Tool. ×1, ×5, ×10 magnification. Bright LED lights. Comes in a traveling case. Whole thing weighs less than 4 pounds. If you do a lot of traveling and you know that hotels have terrible lighting, you're not going to be able to put on your makeup right, take care of your hair, even for guys, trim your beard and that type of stuff. You need the Outlast Makeup Mirror. Now, if you already have the Outlast Makeup Mirror and you want the one that mounts on the wall of your bathroom, I'd go ahead and get that too. Call Rebecca, 575-631-3189. Go to that website, outlastmakermirror.com. And while you're at the website, check out the pocket mirrors. They're $29.99 and $39.99. And they light up, they magnify, and you're going to love the mirrors. They're only $29.99 for the smaller one that fits in your back pocket, and then $39.99 for the one that goes in the purse. Check them out at lastmakermirror.com. KWMW Melchmore, 105.1 FM. KWES, 93.5 Ruidoso. KDAZ AM 700 FM, 96.9 in Albuquerque. And, of course, streaming all over the place. If you're watching us this morning, you can check us out at KNMQ 20.1 in Albuquerque and Santa Fe, streaming on YouTube, Facebook, X, on TikTok sometimes, and on Rumble and all over the place. I say sometimes because they keep pausing our Facebook Live saying we violated community standards.
Facebook or
and most
TikTok?
of it,
because it's TikTok, right?
TikToks. Yeah, most of the time it has something to do with voter fraud. Us talking about the SAVE Act, that's enough to push them over the top.
If we say anything about voter fraud or anything about vaccines, TikTok just loses
vaccine
its mind.
or somebody being unalived. See,
Yep.
you can't say that K word because they'll shut you down quick. Even though unalive means the same thing. I think the whole thing is just stupid. I'm going to get in touch with that. Didn't the sale go through? Can we fix some of this? Just sad. All right, Russ Black, let's get to the text, 877-396-W105.
We have one person. Do you want me to read Criticals, Will? I seen you reading it.
No, I haven't read it, Russ.
Oh, okay. Kevin, it's plain and obvious why New Mexico's not voting, but you're not going to like it. It's because the men in New Mexico are weak weenies. Men who are, like you said, standing around with their forearms on the tailgate crying about how bad things are. Then when it comes time for elections, they're like, well, I hate living here, but I'm not going to vote because nothing's going to change. And, with their skull on their lip.
You're saying I said that? I've never said that.
No, he's saying
voted.
He's saying that.
Oh, okay.
So, and then Anthony in Roswell says the guy who was trash talking about face piercing, and I've got ear piercings, 3 in my lip, a bull ring in my nose, and I'll still come over to my side of the patch and watch it happen. So, okay.
He's going to bring a 9-volt battery.
Right. And
hit you with the bull ring.
Just zap him right there on the nose. Is Carmelo Anthony a basketball player? No,
No.
He's a football player, isn't he?
No, well, he was a high school kid that ran track and played football.
Yeah, it was during
was
track
a
meet.
saint he was a saint if you listen to his mom.
Okay. And good morning, B, Russ, Will. May all have a great, blessed day and weekend, and the same to you. I'm going to skip that one. Bolton's files were found under his mustache, by the way. Frank wanted to let you know that.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. For the last 20 years, every October, I get my left pinky done in pink with a ribbon on it. And I do work in the patch. I guess that's for cancer awareness, right?
Nails.
I believe that would be for cancer awareness.
Yeah, probably so.
And I'll guarantee you, every one of those Republicans that voted to send more money to Ukraine are getting a kickback from it. What do you think?
Probably.
I wouldn't be surprised. And B, I would have disagreed with you. People put Chinese characters on their bodies and have no clue what it says. Most of them put them on their bodies because they think it looks good. And I say,
and then it turns out to say something that they had no idea.
Yeah, not exactly what they thought. And Jeff Lowe said, just don't go around any strong magnet, circus boy. Talking to this guy. And Rocket says, Monica, B, I heard yesterday you said I have a BMW. Only BMW I ride is, well, anyway. He was talking about different type.
It's not a BMW bike. I thought that was a BMW.
You can finish the text, Russ.
Oh, okay.
So the only BMW I ride is my beautiful Mexican woman. I ride Harleys, he says.
And let's see. My text moved on.
So that
me.
bike you got, Rocket, is a Harley? I thought that was a BMW. It's a sports. It's like all computerized. And I apologize, Rocket.
See, he insulted his bike is what happened there. That girl from Corona is a good athlete. She's transferred because Corona wasn't going to have enough girls for the basketball team. That was for early rise.
Yeah, I mean, and I think there should be exceptions to the rule. Yeah, I mean, Corona is a little bitty school, and she's actually a D1 athlete. She's got all kind of offers.
And Rocket was laughing. He said, it is a Harley Davidson Pan Am. So, yeah, that's what he's got.
There you go.
And pathetic texter. Good morning, Sir Will. Okay. I'm the Sir. I'm the Mason Knights Templar. So it's Sir Russ. Thank you. Or actually, we say Sir Knight. Good tidings upon your abode. Have you slain a dragon lately? This is coming back from a little conversation that me and Pathetic Texter had. I think Will read it. It was
he thought it was me.
Yeah, he thought it was you. Apparently, he made a remark. The candidate that has the Nazi tattoo. What is his name?
What a great candidate.
Yeah.
It's Plattner.
Yeah, Plattner. Well, he sent a picture of Pete Hegseth in his pool, and you can see his Jerusalem cross, which is a cross with 4 other crosses on it. And me and him got into a discussion of what a Jerusalem cross was.
We don't, Russ.
So
Russ,
anyway,
we don't
there
need
you
to go there.
So
look, Pathetic Texter, you don't even know who you're talking to. Will and Russ are not the same person.
The Jerusalem cross. Oh, that's some. Oh my goodness.
I shan't make the mistake again, my lord.
Yeah. All right, let me get to the thought for the day, then we'll take our break. Thought for the day this morning being brought to you by Wakefield Oil. It's already 7:12. Since 1983, Wakefield Oil has been serving Southeast New Mexico. Service, value, quality products, no hidden fees, no radius fees, no distance fees, and no fuel surcharges. You know, what they give you is great service. And when you get the bill, you're going to wait a second. They only charge me for fuel and tax. These other companies are charging radius fees and all kind of other stuff. Nope, not with Wakefield Oil. They only charge you for the fuel and the tax. So, look, they deal with big companies, small companies. They would love to go to work for you. They're dependable, trustworthy, and have been for 40-plus years. Fuel, oil, DEF, quality products. Get in touch with them. 575-622-4160, or go to the website, wakefieldOil.com. Thought for the day in memory of Mr. Wendell Wakefield. Thought for the day, because telescopes work using mirrors, we'll never know if there are any space vampires. My thought for the day. We're going to take a break, keep you updated with everything going on. News this morning being brought to you by Rig Outfitters and the Home Store. Find them in the Broadmoor Mall. Extensive collection of everything FR. They also have air conditioners. They are stocked with window units and the portable units. If you need them, get in touch with them today. Go to the website, rigoutfitters.com. Along with that, they've got everything to keep you cool if you're working. If you need FR, sweatbands and cooling towels and that stuff, they got you covered. They also have the Stanley and Arctic coolers and tumblers and the hard hats. They've got hard hat shades. They've got neck shades, vented hard hats. They've got everything. Go to the website, rigoutfitters.com, Broadmoor Mall, and Hobbs. 7:15. Taking a break. We're coming right back. We're BN the Breakfast Club.
MTD Radio News this hour being brought to you by Estacado Federal Credit Union with branches in Hobbs, Lovington, Eunice, and Denver City, Texas. For more information, find them at estacadofcu.com.
Make the strong move to CDs, a guaranteed rate of return on an insured investment. With us, your total share deposits are now insured by NCUA for $250,000. When you invest with us, we reinvest locally. Substantial penalty for early withdrawal. Estacado Federal Credit Union, where you are more than a number. You're a member. Federally insured by NCUA.
MTD Radio News, I'm Blake Ovard. A hotline for reporting suspected abuse, neglect, or exploitation of people with intellectual and developmental disabilities will be restored on July 1st. The toll-free hotline, 800-445-6242, will connect callers directly to intake specialists with the New Mexico Healthcare Authority's Division of Health Improvement Incident Management Bureau. Online reports submitted through the agency's reporting webpage will also be routed directly to the same team. The hotline is available for concerns involving people enrolled in New Mexico's home and community-based services, Medicaid waiver, and other state-funded programs. The city of Hobbs is restarting its search for a new police chief after candidate David Franklin withdrew from the hiring process. Franklin had verbally accepted a conditional offer to lead the Hobbs Police Department following a month-long selection process that included recommendations from a 10-member advisory committee and a public meet and greet. The withdrawal comes as the department continues to face leadership challenges. Deputy Chief Wade Lyons was removed as interim chief last month after a grand jury in Travis County, Texas, indicted him on charges of sexual assault, a second-degree felony, and official oppression, which is a Class A misdemeanor. City Manager Manny Gomez has appointed Captain Maria Barrientos to oversee the department's day-to-day operations while the search for a permanent chief resumes. And 6 criminal charges filed last year against former Carlsbad City Councilor Wesley Carter have been dismissed. The charges stem from allegations by his ex-wife Dana Carter that he subjected her to repeated physical and mental abuse during their marriage in 2025. Carter, 45, was scheduled to stand trial on August 4th before District Judge Anne Marie Lewis. However, the trial was canceled after prosecutors filed a nolo prosequi motion, formally ending the case. A nolo prosequi is typically filed when prosecutors determine there is insufficient evidence to move forward with prosecution. And this weekend, members of the MTD Radio team will be in Albuquerque at the NMBA 75th Annual Awards. Our radio team won 6 awards, 4 of those for newscasts featuring yours truly, and that entitled us the Station of the Year. And that's the way it is. I'm Blake Ovard. This is MTD Radio News.
This is Davis Smith, the Guerrilla Lawyer, and I'm talking to you from my office on 3130 North Grimes in Hobbs, New Mexico. Our office has exploded with new clients. And do you know why? Fast settlements, fantastic customer service, and man, we love paying our clients money. If you get injured in a car wreck, you come see the Gorilla. Remember, if you get injured, you get the Gorilla.
Visit 3130 North Grimes or call 575-964-2720. That's 964-2720.
Hot June deals at National Furniture Liquidators. Quality name brand furniture at prices you can afford. Ashley brand leather reclining sofa with massage, just $18.88. A table, 4 chairs and bench, $7.88. Twin full, queen or king bedroom, 3 colors, $4.97. Entertainment wall with fireplace, just $12.88. Plus store-wide savings and great financing options regardless of your credit. National Furniture Liquidators, when it comes to value, quality, and selection,
nobody beats Shorty.
Knowledge, integrity, and trustworthiness are just part of what makes Roach's Air Conditioning and Heating the choice for your next HVAC job. With 15 plus years in business, Roach's Air Conditioning and Heating trains its techs with the requirements and standards of all the major ductless companies, servicing residential and commercial as well as industrial units for the patch. Roach's Air Conditioning and Heating is fully licensed, bonded, and insured in the state of New Mexico. They can even offer new technology like inverter-driven heat pump systems to upgrade old systems, and financing is available. Call 575-631-1999 to schedule your appointment today. That's 631-1999 for Roach's Air Conditioning and Heating.
SDR Enterprises of Hobbs is your trusted partner for dirt work, vacuum truck, hydrovac, hot oiler, and kill truck services. SDR delivers dependable service you can count on. From environmental cleanup to job site support, they handle it all across Southeast New Mexico and West Texas. Call 575-393-8420 to schedule service today. SDR is currently hiring for hot oiler, vacuum truck, and belly dump drivers. Visit them at 3901 South Eunice Highway in Hobbs or on the web at sdrenterprisesllc.com and contact us to apply. SDR Enterprises is an equal opportunity employer with strong family values.
What's really going on? Daniel Velos here, Permian Ford Lincoln, Hobbs, America, 1000 North El Paso Street in Hobbs. I want to make sure that you guys know that we are heavily buying vehicles right now, guys. That is right. As we're selling them, we're having an amazing month. We're hiring people, and we're also buying vehicles. So anything that you have to sell us, come meet the guys. Come meet the Big Blue Gorilla. Come do it. We are the home of the Permian Powertrain Promise, and we'll make you some great deals. Come give us an opportunity to give you a bid on your vehicle. Bring it down. 1000 North El Paso Street, Hobbs, America.
Awesome Graphics has moved to their new location, 915 West Broadway in Hobbs. Laura and Rachel and the crew want to thank Southeast New Mexico and West Texas for supporting them and allowing them to grow and to continue providing awesome products to this community. Remember, for the best decorated and branded apparel, promotional products, oil field and other business signs, custom decals and banners, vehicle graphics, and a whole lot more, Awesome Graphics has expanded and is ready to help at their brand new location, 915 West Broadway in Hobbs, or find them online at myawesomegraphics.com.
Your morning show powered by your Ford dealer. Be in the Breakfast Club being powered by Permian Ford. You don't have time to read the articles? We'll give you a synopsis of what's going on.
He went in the witness protection program?
No, back to the show. Be in the Breakfast Club.
Does his mother know about this?
This is not headline news. Reusable water bottles are being banned from World Cup games. So expect to see fans passing out from more than just boredom. The United States Postal Service wants to raise the price of stamps to 82 cents. And 82 matches the age of the average person who still uses the mail. Vanilla Ice says he'll perform for anybody, including Vladimir Putin and Iran, because option B is canvassing neighborhoods for bird scooters. And there's an action comedy coming out in August called Jason Statham Stole My Bike. Jason will play himself, and yet I still doubt he has the range to pull it off. This is not headline news.
722, we are B and the Breakfast Club morning show this morning being brought to you by WWRV3.com. Looking for a great place to park the RV in Carlsbad. They have 3 different locations, 3 different parks, and total 162 RV sites, 30 and 50 amps available. And look, they provide everything you need for one low price. All your utilities, that includes your high-speed internet. They're pet-friendly. They have lots of street lights up. It's a great place for the working men and women. 988-0392. Just go to the website, WWRV3.com. Flesh-eating parasite known as the New World screwworm has been detected in Texas. First time since 1966, raising concerns with the state's cattle industry. Except, back in 1966, this was called the Old World screwworm. Now they're calling it the New World screwworm. Anyway, it sounds like it's going to be a mess. It's going to be worse than COVID. There's going to be like 12 feet distance this time around. So please give people 12 feet, because the last thing you want is a flesh-eating worm. That's for sure. The whole thing sounds ugly. Thank you, Mexico, for bringing it here. Thank you. We appreciate that so much. Screwworm.
They're starting early on the election scare for November.
Yeah. Well, I mean, look, if you watch Dutton Ranch, I don't want to spoil it for anybody, but if you watch Dutton Ranch, that it wasn't the screwworm but go watch the last episode. Dozens of wildlife specialists using thermal imaging drones and dogs that's trying to sniff out a Tasmanian devil that escaped from quarantine in Australia at a wildlife park. They are looking for this thing like it's got the nuclear codes from Joe Biden or something. This thing is like a Looney Tune on TV. So Taz, I mean, if you're looking for Taz, you got to bring in the big guns. Well, you have any idea who the big guns are? Elmer Fudd. You got to bring in Elmer. That's it. You got to bring him in. I'm doing this brand new exercise because I've seen it on Facebook so many times. Am I the only one that's tired of seeing the ads? But I mean, I shop. I'm a bargain hunter, so I'm doing this thing called Tie Cheap, not Tie Chair. Am I the only one that sees that damn ad on Facebook and on TikTok all the time?
Did you say Tie Cheap?
Yeah, Tie Cheap. That's my version. Tie Cheap. But the Tie Chair app is all over the place. I'm Tie Cheap.
Look, until I see someone who actually had some results, because there's so much AI out there, I don't buy it.
Oh, my Lord. Yeah. And the part of the ad is, my dad's 55. Do you think he can have some results? Well, that's the folks that actually have the best results. Sure. Garth Brooks considering selling his music catalog. Well, what do you think Garth Brooks' music catalog is worth?
Yeah, I mean,
you got to. I mean, this is life-changing money. $2 billion. They offered him $2 billion. I'd be like, where do I sign? Where is it that I sign?
At this point in his career, what else is there to do? You've already made the hits. They're always going to be your hits. You just won't make the residuals. But is there
$2 billion? Yeah.
Good night, nurse.
Yeah, that's. I remember when Michael Jackson sold his catalog, and I think it was $100 million. I mean, $100 million sticks in my mind. It wasn't like $2 billion. I'd be like, okay, where I sign? I mean, how are you going to get me the money? I really want the money like in a country like Ireland. I'm going to obtain temporary residency so I don't have to pay you 50% of $2 billion. Does that mean that I have to give like $1 billion to the federal government? No, $2 billion. Marcelo Hernandez. I don't know who he is, but Marcelo is a comedian and will be the host for the 2026 ESPY Awards coming up July 15th. And in Austin, Minnesota, there have been so many bear sightings. They're actually at Todd Park. They're actually naming one of the most seen bears, Todd the Bear. And police are saying, look, they're getting so many calls about bears. They're like, please do not call unless you're in danger. Don't call to just say you've seen the bear, because we're getting way too many calls. We can't handle the influx of calls. So stop it already. Todd the Bear, we know he's there. He's around. By the way, if you're in Rio Doso this weekend, you might see Will the Bear. I mean, because from time to time, you will see the bears in Rio Doso also. Police investigating a suspicious death in southeast Albuquerque. That death happened on Thursday. The body was found inside a vehicle. This is a developing story. More info maybe coming soon. And, the older you get, technology sometimes leaves you behind. But in Seattle, they had a disruption of mass transit when a 70-year-old was just simply following the GPS instructions and ended up on an elevated light rail track. How the hell did that happen? Yeah, it navigated his Mazda SUV onto the rail track. And he drove about a quarter of a mile up the ramp of the rail track. By the way, Seattle police confirmed the motorist showed no signs of intoxication or under any drugs and that type of stuff. And that's why he's not going to face any criminal charges. And those GPSs, they've taken me like on a dirt road one time. I was like, I know this is not the right way. I'll keep going another 20 miles. No, I'm turning around. Hell with that. Overcrowding migrant vessel. You might want to go check this story out. Haitians trying to make it to the United States. 240 people that were intercepted near the Turks Island, and they're trying to make their way to the United States. 240 people. I was looking to see how big the boat was. It doesn't say, but yeah, go look at that story. It's up on Fox this morning, and 240 people on the boat, small vessel, and it's sinking. You can see the back end. It looks like it's taken on water. So Coast Guard was able to rescue them, and I would hope they're being sent home. I'm sorry, the end is full. Yeah, we can't do this anymore. Army veteran. Russ, you probably remember the Arkansas man that actually gunned down a man that was sexually assaulting his teenage daughter. So the Arkansas judge has dismissed the murder charges against the local sheriff candidate, an Army veteran accused of gunning down the man who allegedly was in the middle of sexually assaulting his teenage daughter. Aaron Spencer was initially charged with second-degree murder for fatally shooting a 67-year-old Michael Fossler in Arkansas, according to the court documents that were obtained. The judge, Ralph Wilson, your good man, Judge, dismissed all charges. Prosecutors previously had charged that Spencer discovered Fossler alone with his teenage daughter inside his pickup trucks in the wee morning hours. Authorities said that Spencer allegedly forced his way into the vehicle after he forced the truck off the road, and he shot the 67-year-old. The judge cites law enforcement mishandled the dash cam evidence, and that's part of the reason why they are dismissing. Now he's running for sheriff in that town. You got a teenage daughter with a 67-year-old man? I would be asking, what were you doing in the pickup truck to my daughter at the same time? And a meeting on the proposed mosque in Albuquerque was interrupted by protesters yesterday. The proposed mosque in the North Valley has sparked a new wave of pushback and threats in Bernalillo County. 4-acre property on 2nd Street and Alameda Boulevard is being considered as a possible home of an Islamic mosque. And so there was a protest out there yesterday, and we'll see where this thing goes. How many mosques did I say, Will? Was it 6 or 8 in Albuquerque already?
I thought it was 8 or 9.
Yeah, I mean, I Googled it, did a fast Google search, and I wouldn't think the Muslim population is above 5 to 10%. Do you really need that many mosques? Maybe they're planning for the future. The only thing I can think of. And the biggest game in decades between the Knicks And the Spurs last night, the smallest man on the court, attempted 29 shots and hit 19. And the Knicks went on the win. Jalen Brunson was already hobbling across the court and had sustained some injuries, but this kid went off on the Spurs. And Zelensky has asked Putin to meet to end the war. But in the meantime, we have just sent Ukraine another $70 billion. And then we have people like Teresa Legger Fernandez that is upset that Republicans are wanting to send money to strengthen our border. She's very upset that they're going to do that. So that bill was passed yesterday in the House. Here's Teresa Legger Fernandez. I wonder how much she uses in
the Senate is right now debating, and they're going to send over to the House a bill which will give ICE and CBP $72 billion. That's not paid for. That's going to come out of your taxpayer dollars. Those agencies already have more than $100 billion just sitting there. So we're going to send them an extra $70 billion without any safeguards. And you know what's happening with that money? They are using it to incarcerate and detain citizens, about 170 American citizens so far. Do you know how many people have died? About 50. People should not be dying in our detention centers. People should not be starving in our detention centers. Women should not be having miscarriages on a regular basis in our detention centers. They are cruel. They are mean. They are inhumane. They refuse to follow the same procedures any other law enforcement does across our country.
Be proud, New Mexico.
No.
Be proud.
No, don't. Because almost every single word out of her mouth was a complete lie.
Teresa Legger Fernandez, New Mexico, Congressional District 1. I think it's 1.
I think it's 1. I don't remember.
Man, I am totally blown away by Teresa Legger Fernandez. They're cruel. No, they're not. And look, the meals are there. You might not like the meals. You know, I don't like bologna. I don't like bologna sandwiches. I had so many as a kid. I don't want them.
There have been no American citizens deported. No American. She said 170.
Yeah. Detained.
Guess what? If their green cards expired, and there's nobody who had actually achieved American citizenship was just automatically deported.
Look, my wife applied for her citizenship last July. We still haven't heard back. So we just wait in line like everybody else, and we'll wait our turn.
She is CD3, by the way, B.
CD3. All right, CD3. All right, Russ, we're going to check the text. 737. We've got taking out trash coming up. We'll talk about Marco Rubio sanctioning a group that's sending stuff to Cuba. We'll dive into that up next. Morning show being brought to you by Roswell Livestock and Farm Supply. 1105 East 2nd in Roswell. Homegrown and proud of it. Farm and Ranch Supplies, Western Wear. Feed for all of your animals. They're your certified Purina dealer. Need feed for your domesticated or non-domesticated animals, they got you covered. Look, if you're looking for trailers and tank and tacks, and if you're looking for fencing materials, or maybe you need plumbing materials, they've got a full-service hardware store inside the store. Plus, they've got looking good Western wear and work gear. 1105 East 2nd in Roswell, online at roswelllivestock.com. Also check them out in Capitan at the Lincoln County Mercantile. It's already 7:38, Russ.
One person says that he heard my voice on the show, thought it was 9:30 and he was late to work. So, And then another person said, I was using selective reading. I did not read your text because there was anything wrong with it. I didn't read it because I had about 40 to pick from. His text was, it is rigged. You can't tell me otherwise. Ask about Harold. We ended up with Gabe Vasquez, and Steve and the Republicans didn't do anything about it. So, and, well, no, I wouldn't tell you was wrong. And B's going to love this one. Man, you still on this transfer stuff, B? What do you care, dude? Did you send your kids to any college? You'll be all about that school. I have a graduate from Tech and a sophomore there right now. I hope my money is going to help the school and all the kids, and I hope they receive a lot of contributions and all the best athletes come there and put sort of cap on it. They'll be fine.
I don't know what you're talking about, because I said that the only thing I said this morning about Texas Tech is they lost Texas. And I gave a shot at Texas. So I didn't give a shot at Texas Tech.
Yesterday, I think they were talking about the transfer, but that was yesterday.
Yeah, yesterday I talked about the transfer rules, and I do believe that you should be able to transfer one time. And, I mean, I like Texas Tech. I like the people at Texas Tech. But, I mean, you can't have people that transfer. I mean, look, my school spent more money than your school this year in NIL. So, as long as we have it, I will say go ahead and do it. But I don't know why you're mad at me. I didn't say anything about Texas Tech. I think you should get one transfer. That's it. That's my personal opinion. That's what Nick Saban said. I'll go along with him. One transfer. You get one shot at transferring. Because if not, there's no loyalty at the school. All you get is hired guns. Is that what you want? I doubt it. But yesterday I talked about that. Sure.
And a question for Will. When are you going to blanket the state with W105 being played from everywhere in the state open air? Think we could pull that off?
We've got about as big a signal as we could possibly have at the moment. So as far now, if you're talking about multiples, yeah, I mean, we've already, yeah. I'll work on that.
We're working on it. Let's see. We're everywhere from Albuquerque to Santa Fe on TV, Ruidoso, Hobbs, Lovington, Southeast New Mexico, West Texas.
Not necessarily talking about. I don't think they're talking about being the Breakfast Club. I think they're talking about W105 specifically, but that's okay because being the Breakfast Club is on multiple stations.
All right. Almost even hate to give this guy any airtime, but.
No, we like giving the liberals airtime.
Pathetic texture. I think it's funny, though, that y'all will hate on someone for having fun dressing like a cat or something stupid, but you guys have a dragon slayer sitting next to you. Even your boss had to say we can't go there. He knows a Nazi tattoo when he sees it. But more importantly, do you prefer a more agile blade like a double-sided armoring sword or anyway?
Dude, I mean, this sounds like one big deflection. Let's just put it where it's at. You've got a guy that has a Nazi tattoo running on the Democrat side.
There is one reason and one reason only. Pathetic Texter is on this so hard. It's because Russ is on the air and because Russ and he got into a sparring match on the text line. And and went back and forth, and so he got some traction on that. At least he thinks he did. Yeah. And I'm sorry, but that whole thing is just silly.
I mean,
the fact that you think that the Knights Templar is more than what you're making it out to be something.
I got into an argument the other day because somebody said that the Masonic Lodge. Well, Russ, what is the Masonic Lodge? That's the same. That's y'all. That's where the Masonic Lodge is. Y'all, the Masons.
It's our meeting place. Let's call it our clubhouse.
Well, they said that was a home of devil worshipers, and I said, no, it's not. No, I mean, they said it was non-Christian. I said, the Masonic Lodge is not non-Christian. They're not devil worshipers. In fact, they believe that they are the protectors of the covenant. So people start thinking stuff. I'm like, where did you get that?
The Holy
That's
Bible
just
is the
plain-
centerpiece of our fraternity. I'll just put it that way.
That's what I was
But
thinking.
look, Pathetic Texture's just trying to twist
Yeah.
a knife into Russ.
And I got a
Fine.
bunch of
Yeah.
other more interesting texts anyway. I think that guy might have been confused about the high schools being able to transfer you. Had mentioned this morning in Roswell. So
Well,
is
I was talking about high school. I was talking about high schools. Yeah, look. If that's the rule is the rule. But we know that people did things against the rules. I remember when my kids were going to school, people were like, you live in the Roswell district. Why your kids are going to school in Dexter? Because we live in the Dexter district. We're right there on the line. Our street was the line. But
Look,
doesn't make me any difference.
If we're talking
whatever
about
way.
high schools and
Yeah.
transfers and stuff like that, Artesia's just gonna lead the fifth.
Thank you. That's what I was thinking. That's all I was thinking. You're gonna and look, Jeff Lynn's done a great job at Roswell to turn them into a football school. But then if you've got a predominant school like Roswell, and how many kids are going to switch to play football at Roswell from Goddard? That's only going to hurt their program more. Just think it out loud.
and then
Give me two more, Russ.
And then Bosky Country this morning said Fernandez is hollering about miscarriages and screaming to keep abortion. What's up? It's kind of confusing, isn't it? And
Well, I was thinking about Teresa Legger Fernandez. You know how much it cost us to house illegal aliens when Joe Biden was in office? It was costing us close to $340 billion a year. House them, feed them, all of that stuff. $340 billion a year. So $70 billion is a drop in the bucket. I have no problem with $70 billion. And a lot of that money is going to finish the wall. So I have no problem with that money. Give me one more, Russ.
And I'm glad we can pick up W105 over here. I live across the state line, and 24th of this month will be 7-year anniversary since I started listening to the station. Was the first station I turned into when I started working out of Hobbs. Well, thank you, Miles. And Miles is one of our callers and texters that calls in all the time. And
we appreciate you, Miles.
And then tell the text will be me downloading. Okay, that was just a note. And Charlie this morning said, good morning, my friends. Happy Friday. You guys have a wonderful, blessed day. And there you go.
All right, Alaskan Bush people star Matt Brown, cause of death has been revealed. And by the way, if you're having any suicidal thoughts, I encourage you to call 800-273 Matt Brown. Official cause of death was released, and it was suicide, and he was under the influence of methamphetamine at the time, and I guess he was under he had taken a lot of meth and drowned himself. But they say the cause of death was intoxication via methamphetamine. Marco Rubio, Secretary of State, putting the U.S. organizations on notice when it comes to sending money to Cuba. Look, for about 6 decades, we have had a halt on sending anything to Cuba. And there's a reason for that. They're a communist country. And so he said that you can be arrested if you send a convoy. We had members of Code Pink and the Progressive International Group and the People's Forum and Rashida Tlaib and Ian Omar, and all of them actually sent stuff to Cuba, and actually, along with sending stuff to Cuba, actually some of them went to Cuba. So Marco Rubio just given a notice. Couldn't we have somebody arrested because of that? I'm just thinking out loud. I am. I'm just thinking out. Why? I mean, couldn't they be arrested for doing that? And the New Mexico Forestry Division aiming to spur regrowth in fire-damaged areas. Our listeners in Ruidoso and Lincoln County, this could be there to help you. So they are going to try to seed the areas where we had fires and maybe help with monsoon season. Is now the time to do that because we're in the middle of monsoon season?
You would think it would just wash away.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. So the program provides a path for reforesting for local landowners and stewards of the forests. The program offers low-cost seedlings and that type of stuff. So they are beginning to plant in the state. And Santa Fe police are investigating a suspicious death. Details are very limited. That happened about 7 o'clock last night. Santa Fe police responded to a home for a welfare check. They found an adult man and an adult woman were both dead. That's pretty much all that we know at this point. All right, I was looking for this yesterday. Dr. Oz. Dr. Oz has been filling in as press secretary this week. Everybody's taken a turn, and Dr. Oz was filling in. Here's what he had to say about treating stupid people.
Americans out there that are suffering from a very serious ailment called Trump derangement syndrome.
I am concerned about folks who have focused their entire life energy on dislike of the president. It's disheartening to see people lost in that way, but it's treating stupid is really hard, and that becomes a real problem. And these folks are off. Now, GLP-1s.
So treating stupid is really hard. And Donald Trump yesterday was asked about Joe Biden. And, of course, typical Donald Trump, the president had to take a swing.
Did you detect any cognitive decline in President Biden at that time?
No, not really. I mean, he was the same guy I've been watching for a long time. I mean, you could go back 40 years. I watched him 40 years ago, 30 years ago. He's never the sharpest guy. You do know that, right? It wasn't like he was sharp as a tack. But
so it's not like he was sharp back in the day. No, he wasn't that sharp.
I don't deny that, but you could definitely tell that there was a lot of decline.
Oh no! I mean, over the years, he has lost a step or two for sure. And the president yesterday signed a big executive order.
As a result of the $700 million investment that I'm announcing today, we will protect 14 coal plants and 42 coal mines. It's a tremendous number. And build 2 new coal plants and 1 massive new export terminal because we're exporting coal. Coal's a great business, really a big business, and it's real power. It's in terms of power, there's really nothing like it. You have so many different alternatives. They talk about some, but there's no real alternative. China, by the way, last year built 52 coal plants. They built about two windmills. You know, the only time they build a windmill is when they're trying to sell them to stupid people from the United States, the suckers.
Yeah. They built 52 coal plants and 2 windmills. Oh, the president was on a roll yesterday. You know, I would hope that we actually work towards our coal plant that was shut down in Sandoval County. I would think that would be a perfect solution to a lot of things. You know, when we had that, remember the freeze that we had several years ago, Texas. Remember, they lost electricity. People were suffering. The only thing that saved us was the coal plant, because this state has invested so much money in green energy that the coal plant is the one that saved us. And then the next year we went, thanks for saving us, but we're shutting it down. And the people that lost their jobs, most of those were Native Americans from Sandoval County. Didn't matter. We're shutting it down anyway. South Florida real estate agent was found dead along with her husband, her ex-husband, and their 2 daughters. And the police are calling it a murder-suicide. They located the body on Tuesday in a very affluent area of Miami Beach. Melanie Heyer, 46, and Ryan Witten, 42, and their daughters, 11 and 8, were all found stabbed to death, and they're calling this a murder-suicide. And the Albuquerque Jewish community was shaken yesterday after a violent synagogue attack. The Albuquerque man is facing multiple charges after police say he smashed windows at 2 Jewish institutes in the city yesterday. And according to the report in Santa Fe, New Mexico, Rex Houghton, 25 years old, was arrested in connection with vandalism at a synagogue and at another Jewish operation. By the way, caused about $40,000 in damages. And I don't know if anybody watched Game 1 of the Spurs and the New Jersey Knicks. By the way, the Knicks won that game 105-95, but there was somebody they call it a streaker. Well, Russ, what comes to mind when you use the word streak?
Ray
to me,
Stevens.
back in the day, but back in the day, that meant that you were naked running across the court. So it's not really a streaker, but somebody ran across to get a picture, a selfie, and that's when the security young lady, it looked like she weighed about 125 pounds, came out and decked this guy. Take him out. Get him out of here. Yeah, streaker. I don't think a streaker is the word that they were actually looking for. All right, already 7:56. We're Beyond the Breakfast Club. Taking out trash, being brought to you by Trash Eaters. They can pick up your trash. Look, they offer the big 96-gallon polycart for residential customers. And if you're a commercial customer and you need somebody to haul away all your garbage, they got you covered there. 2- and 4-yard metal dumpsters. Plus, they have the big roll-off containers also. So it doesn't matter, commercial, residential, waste hauling, they've got you covered. Call Kayleen, 575-408-1719. They are veteran-owned and operated. Trash-eaters.com. You will not believe what novelty item that a councilwoman wants to get rid of. I just can't believe that somebody in Ohio, a councilman, wants to make it illegal to have a lighter that resembles a gun. And he's using a decade-old accident to justify banning the lighters that look like a gun. Please, no hand grenades either. Democrat Councilman Michael Hauser, Sr., claiming that the novelty lighters that look like firearms pose a public threat, according to the Cleveland, Ohio TV station, saying that he wants them banned. Hauser named the measure he is introducing the Tamika Rice Act. Tamika Rice was a 12-year-old that was fatally shot by a police officer when she had a lighter that looked like a gun. And because of that, he wants to ban all lighters that look like a gun. Even the lighters that don't exactly, they kind of look like a gun, but they really don't look like a gun. It's just you click it at the top. He wants those banned too. By the way, guns don't kill people. People kill people. Taking out trash this morning, being brought to you by our buddies at Trash eaters. Let's get to things that happened on this date in history, being brought to you by A Custom Construction and Roofing and insured specialists, licensed, bonded, and insured. Veteran-owned and operated and have been for 30 years. Call Dwayne Pennick this morning, 575-318-9725. They can take care of your roof. No problem. All your skylights, no problem. But they do more than that. They can remodel the inside of your house. You're thinking about maybe a sunroom or a patio or a carport. They do all of that type of stuff too. And Dwayne has put together one heck of a staff. They would love to take care of you. And by the way, Dwayne's warning you about the unlicensed out-of-town contractors. They give you a deal that's probably too good to be true. And when they're gone, the warranty is gone. Do business with somebody you can trust, like Dwayne Pennick at A Custom Construction Roofing, 575-318-9725. Call him today. Proud sponsor of things that happen on this date in history.
All right, so on this date in 1783, Joseph and Jacques Montgolfier publicly demonstrated their first hot air balloon in a 10-minute flight in France. They would have stayed up longer, but that annoying kid with the pea shooter was headed their way. In 1794, Congress passed the Neutrality Act, which prohibited Americans from enlisting in the service of a foreign power. On this date in 1849, Denmark became a constitutional monarchy. Back on this date in 1940, the first synthetic rubber tire was invented, paving the way for the artificial flat tire. It was on this date in 1954, record companies announced they would start providing radio stations with 45 RPM singles instead of the old 78s. 1967, the Six-Day War erupted between Egypt and Israel. I'm not sure how long it lasted. Wait a minute. On this date in 1983, Cats won the Best Musical at the Tony Awards. 1989, they reduced the prime rate by 0.5% down to 11%. So, and celebrating birthdays today, I think you had another on this day in history, a couple of them, Russ and B both. But on this day, celebrating a birthday, you share it with Pete Wentz from Fall Out Boy, 47. Reggae bassist Peanut turns 52. Actor Mark Wahlberg is 55 today. Brian McKnight is 57. Let's see. Kenny G turns the big 70. And that's a look at birthdays. If you celebrate a birthday, happy birthday from everybody at B and the Breakfast Club. And with that, I got to get out of here, guys.
All right. Be safe on the road, Will, and pick up that hardware. Bring it back to the station. And congratulations going out to everybody at MTD for picking up Station of the Year. We're not sharing it with anybody. Sorry. You can cry all you want. We're not sharing it. So wish I could be there. Just to glare at people. Scowl. Oh, that's the word. Oh, that's the word.
Scowl. That's the word he was looking for.
Oh.
So supposedly, now this is kind of cool, B. I was talking to one of our mutual friends from the Roswell group, and apparently they're going to be doing some kind of tribute for Rita.
Oh, super, super cool.
Yeah. So I'm looking forward to that. Rita Nickham, of course, used to be engineer in the state. She was, worked at multiple companies, and so we lost her. And that was so they're going to do a tribute to her this year, apparently.
Awesome.
That is fantastic.
Maybe husband Don will be there. So
yeah, Don and his daughter both were going to be here, apparently.
Oh, okay.
That's part of the thing. So yep.
Awesome. Be safe out there, especially, park your car somewhere got a lot of light.
Yeah, always.
I'm just giving you random thoughts this morning. All right, we'll be safe. 803. We got to get to the national anthem and the pledge. We've got the boob of the day coming up a little later. Good news of the day. I still got a lot of stuff to talk about this morning. And we'll talk about Democrat Attorney General candidate. He made a comparison to Antifa and D-Day troops. Oh, yeah, he did. We'll talk about that coming up this morning and a whole bunch more. It's 803. We're KWMW, Maljamar, 105.1 FM. Also KWES, 93.5 in Rio Doso. And KDAZ, AM 700, FM 96.9. If you are watching us this morning and any of these streaming platforms, we greatly appreciate that. We're also on at 20.1 KNMQ in Albuquerque and in Santa Fe. We're also streaming on TikTok, Facebook, YouTube, X, Rumble. We're all over the place. Please take the opportunity to like and share us if you would. National Anthem and the Pledge being brought to you by Rebecca Long. Rebecca Long wants to be your insurance agent. Look, she's been doing this now for 40-plus years. She loves helping people. And look, she offers a free quote. If you're looking for a free quote, she could take care of all of your insurance. I always like to remind young couples, if you're just starting out, life insurance is so important and it's so inexpensive when you're young. Don't wait. Protect your family. Call Rebecca at 575-393-2661. Proud sponsor this morning of the National Anthem and the Pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
To honor America and perform our national anthem, entertainment icon Reba McEntire.
You see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last glow, whose broad jumps and bright stars through the perilous fight, for the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streamed, and over Rocky's red land the bombs bursting in air, and we flew through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, take us that star-spangled
.07 large prayer this morning being brought to you by Judah Oil, reminding you God is in complete control.
Today's Bible verse, Matthew 5:6. God blesses those who hunger and thirst for justice, for they will be satisfied.
Hi, this is Kim with Judah Oil, the Harris family, doing the Lord's Prayer for you today. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory forever and ever. Amen.
8:08, we're going to take a break, keep you updated with everything going on. Boob of the day coming up in just a second. Good news of the day, plus a lot more. Stand by. We're coming right back. News this morning being brought to you by Ragsdale Law Firm, reminding you that they are there for you every step of the way. They serve the entire state of New Mexico. You know, when accidents happen, usually happens when you least expect them. And when they happen, you need a trusted law firm. That's the Ragsdale Law Firm, specializing in personal injury, car accidents, medical malpractice, and oil fill accidents. Call Luke Ragsdale today, 575-208-5300. They are there for you every step of the way with free consultation, and you never pay until they win your case. RagsdaleLawFirm.com, that number, 575-208-5300. It's 808, we're beyond the Breakfast Club.
Fox News, I'm Therese Crowley. Gangbuster May jobs report double the expected 172,000 jobs added. President Trump heads to battleground Wisconsin after winning the Battle of Border Protection, a Senate all-nighter to fund Customs and Border Protection without Democrats' help.
Vote, the yeas are 52, the nays are 47. This bill...
As Iran reviews the latest U.S. peace proposal from the president.
We're going to win on paper, or we're going to win military.
California is still counting primary votes. Republican leads being whittled by Democrat mail-in ballots. As U.S. Attorney Bill Essayli spearheads another huge drug raid on L.A.'s MacArthur Park.
MacArthur Park has devolved into an open-air drug market, and so we want them to know that the feds are here with LAPD. The days of using drugs at the park are over. No more. No mas.
Targeting fentanyl, over a dozen arrests. America is listening to Fox News.
In need of a tow? Those don't have to be dirty words. At Lee County Roadside, they have been offering friendly and knowledgeable service for 20 years. From light to heavy duty, there's nothing they can't tow. And with 24-hour availability, there's no time they can't tow it. Don't make a bad day worse by choosing the wrong tow company. Lee County Roadside, the good guys to call in a bad situation. For 24-hour service, call 575-392-3223 or locate them at 7401 North Del Paso, Monday through Friday, 8 to 5. Like Lee County Roadside on Facebook and follow them on Instagram.
Everyone is a kid at Cliffs.
I'm a Cliffs kid.
My mom was a Cliffs kid. My dad was a Cliffs kid. My brother and sister are Cliffs kids.
Even my grandma was a Cliffs kid.
Be a kid.
Get your tickets at cliffsamusementpark.com.
Over 30 rides and attractions makes Cliffs a blast for everyone. You never have to choose at Cliffs. You get it all.
Get your tickets at cliffsamusementpark.com.
Be one with fun.
There's only one Ozempic.
Hello, I'm Ozempic.
And I'm other GLP-1s, kind of like him. Ozempic, you redid your jingle?
Thanks for noticing. Catchy, right?
No.
Okay, then. Well, ask your doctor about which FDA-approved uses of me, the Ozempic pen, may be right for you. Call 1-833-OZEMPIC or visit Ozempic.com to view the medication guide and learn more about Ozempic semaglutide injection, 2 milligrams. Only Novo Nordisk makes FDA-approved Ozempic.
There's only one Ozempic.
I told you it was catchy.
This feeling is brought to you by Aleve for back pain relief. What feeling is that, you ask? Well, it's the feeling you feel when you have relief from back pain. That move how you want to, not how you have to feeling. That keep going through your day without slowing down feeling. The kind that brings you back to yourself all day long without interruption. Oh yeah. Because Aleve offers long-lasting pain relief. Feel up to 12 hours of back pain relief with one dose. Feel Aleve. Use as directed for minor aches and pains.
Join the fun at the Cloudcroft Beer Fest on Saturday, June 13th from noon till 8 and Sunday, June 14th from noon till 6 at Zenith Park. Both days include the sampling of New Mexico craft beer and wines, live music, food trucks, artisan vendors selling handcrafted jewelry, clothing, home decor, wood items, accessories, and more, all surrounded by the stunning Sacramento Mountains. This is a family-friendly event with tickets available at the gate. Don't miss the Cloudcroft New Mexico Beer Fest, June 13th and 14th. Paid for in part by the Cloudcroft Lodgers Tax.
Would you like a great oil field job with a great company? There's one waiting for you at Caprock Tubular Services, serving the Delaware and Permian Basin with their oil field tubular needs. Has positions open for pipe and thread inspectors, laborers, yard hands, and many other positions. Apply in person at Caprock Tubular Services, 1200 East Avenue D in Lovington. Salary based on experience, and you'll have great benefits at Caprock Tubular Services, 1200 East Avenue D in Lovington.
12-hour shifts, 14-day hitches, kissing your kids goodnight long after they've gone to sleep. It's the job of the people dedicated to building a better future. But an accident in the field can take away everything you've worked for. If you've been seriously hurt, Ornelas Injury Lawyers will fight fiercely to win the justice and money you and your loved ones deserve. Call Ornelas Injury Lawyers at 575-800-0000 and recover more.
Southeast New Mexico weather.
Good morning. The forecast for the southeast plains of New Mexico. The temperatures at 87 degrees in Roswell, 20% chance for thunderstorms this afternoon. Temperature at 87 degrees as well in Carlsbad, Artesia, 20% chance for thunder showers, and 83 degrees in Lovington with a chance for a thunderstorm. Well, the temperatures by tomorrow will be hotter and rain chances decreasing. For W105 FM, I'm meteorologist Ron Roberts.
Your country plays on W105.
Be in the Breakfast Club being powered by Permian Ford and PermianFord.com. Back to Be in the Breakfast Club.
When I'm driving, I got a guy on the radio who talks to me. I can't see him, but he talks to me.
The personalities bring it home to me, and I just love it.
National Donut Day. Celebrate with this guilt-free keto donut recipe. Just mix almond flour, monk fruit sweetener, chia seeds, coconut oil, and the crushing weight of your sadness. Stir until smooth. Then, and this part's important, scoop that nonsense straight into the trash. Now go treat yourself to a real donut with frosting and maybe sprinkles, because you deserve it. This message from your taste buds and everyone who loves joy.
15 minutes after 8, we are B and the Breakfast Club. I don't know. The whole idea about a donut made from healthy stuff is, I mean, it's still appealing. You know, you take oatmeal, and you grind that into a flour and put a banana in there and bake it in the oven. It's actually good stuff. So you don't have to, you can put some just like diet syrup in there to sweeten it a little bit. You're good to go. Pennsylvania man is accused of using a heavy excavator to damage his own home after his wife told him she wanted the divorce. Well, if I can't have it, you ain't going to have it. How many times have you heard that?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if it's over, I'll tear down this damn house. And then his wife was surprised when he actually did it. He delivered on the promise. By the way, I don't think he's getting the house and the divorce after this. I just don't see it happen. Major heat wave brings in 90-degree temperatures in much of the United States this week. Millions are expected to be in triple digits. I'm looking at temperatures in New Mexico. Southeast New Mexico is supposed to get triple-digit weather. I think it starts on Monday. If Dad insists that it's not enough for the AC yet, my dad would say, hey, it's not hot. Turn on the ceiling fan. The attic fan. We had one of those attic fans back in the day. Turn on the attic fan. That doesn't do anything, Dad. It's not hot enough yet. Yeah, remind him it's supposed to be at 100 if your dad's telling you that. My biggest regret in life is spending too much time having regrets. That's my biggest regret. And the average person replaces an umbrella about every 3 years. What do you do with the old umbrellas? Is there like a graveyard that we can plant the old umbrellas? I mean, umbrellas don't last 3 years in New Mexico. With the high winds and the dust storms, doesn't last 3 years. Price of a share of stock on SpaceX is now $135 per share. And it doesn't go on sale until next week. Next week, SpaceX, Elon Musk, they're taking this thing public. And Bill Gates, his ex-wife Melinda, has pledged another $215 million to support contraceptive access and maternal care across the world. It must be like ridiculous having so much damn money that, you know, I'm going to give away another $215 million. I'm going to give it to women for contraceptives and that type of stuff. Must be nice. And no official word yet, but Clint Eastwood's son said that he is done acting and directing. He's like 96 years old. Yeah, I get it. He's probably, I get that. And the cost of beef has gone up 13% over the last year. And, with the screwworm, I'm scared as heck. By the way, if anybody has any elk or deer, I'm coming back to the U.S. July 4th. So if you got elk and deer, I'll take that. Dow Jones this morning down 79 points, still at 51,482. Started off strong this morning and then didn't nosedive, but went down just a tad. Republicans facing midterms as Iran keeps pressure on gas prices. Do you think this is a plan for Iran to keep this war going until the midterms?
Anything they could do to damage Republicans.
Yeah, I don't think Trump's patience is that great. I don't think he's going to wait until the midterms. No. I say they might have another couple weeks. That's it. I don't think Trump. So if their plan is to stall the ball, I don't think that's going to work at all. In 2015, Aubrey Leishman was a healthy 31-year-old. Thought she had came down with the flu, and her condition spiraled out of control. She went to she ended up in the ICU with sepsis, and 10 days later, she was placed in a medical induced coma. In the wake of Kyle Busch passing away from sepsis, that's scary. I had a friend of mine's mom that had sepsis. That's nothing to play with at all. If you're not treated fairly quick, you could die. So this woman stayed in a coma for 10 days. Of course, it was medically induced. California, they just had a huge drug bust. Huge drug bust in California. Sunday, agents referred to a 2013 Honda Civic for a secondary inspection. And they were quite surprised when they got there and went, holy cow. They discovered 6 packages of fentanyl worth about $113,000 and about 8 pounds of cocaine. Net worth $161,000. And look, whoever is putting the number on this, I think they're a little off. I'm just saying. I have no idea how much cocaine goes for, but I think that number is a little off. So, I mean, even if, how many grams in an ounce?
28.
28 grams an ounce. So, if let's just do $100 a gram. I think somebody's numbers are way off. I'm just throwing it out there. I think the numbers are way, way off. If 8 pounds of cocaine is only worth $161,000, I'm doubting. Somebody do the math for me. Tell me what's the street value of 8 pounds of cocaine. I know it's more than 100,000 for sure. Gotta be. 822, boob of the day coming up in a second. Jury had ruled yesterday that a New Mexico hospital was negligent in the death of Nicole Nicholas, known for her role as Lieutenant Uhura on Star Trek. Last year, the family of Nicholas sued the Gila Regional Medical Center, where she went to the hospital in 2022 for a shortness of breath. By the way, she was 89 years of age. They claim that she had a full cardiac workup, but instead she was sent to an observation unit and discharged the next day. 7 hours later, she died at the assisted living home there. Anyway, the family sued, and they have been awarded $13 million. How much money does an attorney get in a case like that? $13 million. They get about 30%, 30 to 36%. Some attorney's walking home with a lot of money in New Mexico, for sure. And there's a new synthetic drug out there. They say it is 10 times stronger than fentanyl. Now, I want you to wrap your head around this, because fentanyl is like 100 times more addictive than methamphetamine. And we got a drug out there that is a synthetic opioid that is 10 times more stronger than fentanyl. Law enforcement officials and health officials across the country are sounding the alarm about this new drug that they first detected last year. It is a powerful synthetic opioid, 10 times stronger than fentanyl, and contributing to a lot of overdoses. Thank God we have Narcan all over the place, because the overdoses would probably be all over the place. And we've had two cases, one in Mountain Air and another one in Silver City, where this was a airborne contamination from fentanyl. Could it be this new drug? And the new drug is CYCHORTHINE. That's the name. So they've had 50 overdose deaths last year in Knox County. One county, 50. And they said it's all over the United States. So help me with that name, Russ. Is it chlorophene? It's like morphine. Chlorophene. Of course, morphine's also a synthetic opioid.
Spell it again.
CYCHLORTHINE. I bet there's a street name for it already.
Cychlorophene?
Maybe. But it's 10 times stronger than fentanyl. And we thought fentanyl was, the worst of the worst, as we see people that look like zombies in some cities. I guarantee you there is a street name for that drug already. No doubt. Sad but true. Yeah, I would have thought, man, we are probably at the worst point with fentanyl. And then all of a sudden they come up with something new.
10 times stronger than fentanyl, and a grain of sand of fentanyl will kill you. So, what do you have to do to die from this? Say the word. I hope I mispronounced it. It's, wow.
Yeah. I mean, it's bad. It is really bad. So, street name for this drug does not widely recognized dedicated street name. So it's not as popular so far. So, which is a good thing.
No, because it kills everybody who uses it.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's going to cut down.
Where this came from? I bet most of this stuff is coming from, probably coming from China via Mexico. Illinois coach Brett Bielema fired back at Notre Dame. He does not like Notre Dame because they're independent. They're not in the conference. He's saying that they ought to be, they ought to change that. They ought to be forced to join a conference. I kind of agree. Maybe partly because I have a deep-seated hate for Notre Dame because my brother likes Notre Dame. But maybe it's time to force them to join. Hey, if you want to play in the for the national championships, you got to join a conference because your schedule is weak. Very, very weak. That's pretty much what Bielema said. You should have to join a conference. And Reverend Jean-Baptiste Cummins tackled a man. This guy's a priest who stole a car and crashed a car outside the St. Joseph Shrine in Detroit. 18-year-old suspect and 3 others were arrested, but the priest tackled the dude as he was running away. The guy had one shoe on, so it was kind of easy to catch up with him. Tackled him, held him until the police got there. And new reports coming out about Medicare Advantage plans in New Mexico. 30,000 patients in New Mexico could be losing their Advantage plan. Presbyterian Healthcare Services announced most of its Medicare Advantage plans will be discontinued by 2027 because of the financial strain. How many of those Advantage plans do we have in New Mexico? It's only a handful. So if we lose one, we're down to I think 3, if I'm not mistaken. Not many. All right, we're going to get to the boob of the day. We'll keep you updated with everything going on. Our number, 877-396-W105. Let's check the text. We'll keep you abreast of everything going on. Morning show this morning being brought to you by North Star Laundry, one-stop shop for all your laundry. Dry cleaning, pressing, starching. You can walk in, just drop off all your clothes. Tell them, take care of all my clothes. They can do that. And Mom, if you're just tired of washing clothes, you need a break. Drop off all the clothes at North Star Laundry. And guys, if you're working in the patch, you get 1 day off if you're lucky. You don't want to sit and have to wash, dry, and fold your own clothes. Drop them off at North Star Laundry. Now here's the cool thing. If you're saying, well, my clothes are oily, not a problem. They can take care of that. They're used to that. They also have coin-operated machines at all 3 of their locations, and they're open 7 days a week if you want to wash, dry, and fold your clothes. 609 West Lee in Carlsbad, 604 West Church, Carlsbad, 406 West Cedar, and Loving. Check them out today. Text line, it's 830.
Okay, good morning, Breakfast Club. Just wanted to make a shout out to my little sister, Jacqueline Boyd. She is in Albuquerque this weekend for the Southwest International Track Meet, and the Eunice Cardinal kids are kicking butt. And, okay, you got everybody doing math this morning. Street value, 800 pounds of cocaine ranges between 10 million and 45 million at wholesale level.
That's what I was thinking. It was 8 pounds.
Yeah. 800 pounds is what they said, but can skyrocket to 21 million to 72 million. So you said 8 pounds, not 800, right?
8 pounds. Yeah. 8 pounds. Yeah.
Okay. It says that a kilo of cocaine is worth something around $150,000. That is 3.6 kilos is 8 pounds. So you do that up, you come up with $540,000. Okay.
Yeah, I was just still thinking that's not enough.
Doesn't sound like enough money for that much cocaine. David has elk meat, B. So when you get back, you can get a hold of, I'll save this text for you. I'll put this number down.
Yeah, please do.
He has elk.
I probably know who that is.
Okay, somebody asked a question for Will if we were on iHeartRadio. No, but we are on almost every streaming platform. You can find us on Facebook, X, Rumble, the W105 app. You can get it free in your Play Store. YouTube, Facebook, we're everywhere.
You just go to Be in the Breakfast Club, and we have a place where you can listen. That easy. Just go to beinthebreakfastclub.com.
Beinthebreakfastclub.com, and you're there. Okay. Jethro is in a bad mood. I don't know why. He just wanted to comment and let us know he was in a bad mood. So feel better, Jethro.
Just go buy some more ammo. You'll get in a better mood.
Right. And James from the Patch, good morning, y'all. Kevin, did you hear President Trump mention New Mexico? Wait, it moved. Oh, hers are unresolved.
Was it yesterday?
Yes. Hold on. I've had to change the thing here. I got a bunch of texts coming in at once. Where is that? Well, I lost that one in the middle of it. A shout out to this is my friend Charlie. Shout out to his wife, Pam. She just got her award for 25 years for teaching kindergarten.
Congratulations, Pam.
Congratulations,
Thank you
Pam.
for doing what you do.
And Pam and Charlie, both good friends of the show and W105. Wait a second. Got a bunch of math. Got a bunch of math texts coming in here. People questioning our math, so I'm trying to find it.
Yeah, I'm just thinking, 8 pounds of cocaine. It just seems like a lot of cocaine.
Now, back to the text.
It might not seem like a lot of cocaine to like Hunter Biden, but that to me sounds like a lot of cocaine. That's just me.
It's a drop in the bucket for Hunter. So also,
Hunter's like, that's not that much. 8 pounds is not that much. That just seems like crazy amount.
And Monica Hayter texted in, how about them Lady Longhorn softball team, national champions?
Yeah, I talked about them this morning. National champions. They beat Texas Tech. How cool is it that you got 2 schools from Texas playing for the college, the college national championship in women's softball? That's super, super cool.
And Jeff Rowe said he was in a bad mood over the Reba anthem. I'm sorry, we can't play.
Okay.
We can't play the other one all the time. So, and
hey, I'm looking at this boat that was coming from Haiti, and I'm just like, my God, can you put one more person on this boat? 240 people trying to cross. They're from Haiti. And I'm just like, holy crap. I mean, there's like no more seats. They got people sitting on each other's laps. It's craziness. And it was taken on water when the Coast Guard rescued all these people.
They did get them all off, didn't they?
Yeah. You remember back in the day when the rule was if you ended up on American soil, you got to stay from like Cuba. And that's why they would risk their lives. And I mean, how far is it from like Cuba to the Keys? Like 75 miles. That's it. That's one tank of gas. They had people that had modified like a jet ski and made that trip.
Well, some people have made it on inner tubes, haven't they?
Yeah, well, yeah, they actually did the swim. Probably the biggest threat there is sharks. But I mean, 75 miles, that's nothing. That drop in the bucket. All right, 8:37. Let's get to the boob of the day, being brought to you by Desert Functional Medicine and Aesthetics, medical professionals on staff. They offer stem cell therapy and ozone therapy. What they offer is functional medicine. Functional medicine is probably something that you have never heard about. Yeah, because people, talk about going to the doctor and they give you a bunch of pills and you take the pills and you hope and pray that the side effects from the pills don't affect you adversely. You're not getting any of that at Desert Functional. This is results-based medicine. So they offer a couple different things for pain, stem cell therapy, and they offer the ozone therapy, and really helps. I have been a patient that gets the ozone therapy now for 6 or 7 years, and works great. Ladies, if you're going through hormonal issues, it can change your perspective on life. It can change also your body. All of a sudden, you notice that you can't lose weight. Same for guys. If your hormones are out of whack, you're in trouble. Go in there and talk to them about hormonal optimization. They do the skinny shots. They do a lot of different aesthetics. And guys, testosterone replacement therapy. You want your life back. You want to feel like a man again. You want to be able to build muscle, and, lose the dad bod. You want that? Go talk to him. Kelly Pfeiffer is there today. Go talk to him. Make your appointment. 3900 North Lovington Highway in Hobbs, 575-964-8025. Proud sponsor this morning of the Boob of the Day.
Well, I have several of them. We'll call this guy the Squealer. Man robbed a car. While he was doing it, he casually used the victim's computer that was in the car, logged into his Facebook page, then didn't shut down the computer when he was trying to run away when the cops caught him. And speaking of transmission failures, we've got multiple would-be carjackers, 3 different stories today, all around successfully trying to steal the car and then not being able to drive it because it had a manual stick. And we're going to call these guys dog bluffers. While searching for 4 teen car thieves who run into the woods in Paris County, Washington, officers officially yelled, "Release the dogs!" Then they started mimicking dogs barking. The frightened team surrendered immediately, completely unaware that the barking was just the officers' bluffs. There you go. You guys for being that gullible. All you guys that can't drive a stick shift and don't know how to steal a car without having to check your Facebook account. You're our boobs of the day.
Wait, I got to check the Facebook in between stealing a car. And I forget to log out. Oh, my goodness.
Yeah,
I'm done.
I'm in the middle of a crime, so the secondary importance to me is my social media standing.
God bless America. Man. All right, we're going to take a break. Come right back. Hey, my buddies at Zia Gun, they're closed tomorrow. Zia Guns closed tomorrow because they're open on Sunday. Look, they do that every Saturday and Sunday. They're closed Saturday, open on Sunday. 1907 North Main in Roswell. Looking for firearms. They have over 1,000 firearms in stock, handguns, rifles, shotguns, personal protection. Ladies, if you've been thinking, things have gotten crazy, I need personal protection. I mean, they offer the lethal. They also have non-lethal personal protection. I always say I'm going with the lethal because I know my bad luck. I'm going to hit you with a taser. That person's going to get up and kill me and the entire family. I know my luck. So I'm going for the lethal. That's just me. Whatever you feel comfortable with. But by God, you probably need some type of protection. Trade in your old gun to get a better gun. If you have a gun you want to sell, they buy guns. They give you fair prices too. Give them a call, 622-0023. Stop by 1907 North Main in Roswell. They'll be closed tomorrow, but they are open on Sunday. Check them out today. 19 minutes away from 9. We're coming back. Good news of the day within minutes.
News this hour is being brought to you by Hall & J Trucking of Lovington, providing services in all of South Central and Southeast New Mexico on into Texas. Let Hall & J haul for you.
Hall & J Trucking LLC of Lovington, providing services in all of South Central and Southeast New Mexico on into Texas with haul trucks, step decks, billy dumps, dump trucks, and backhoe services. We also have availability on forklifts, main lifts, telehandlers, pipe racks, and catwalks. With a new office and yard coming soon to Lovington, give us a call today at 575-396-1380 and let Hall & J Trucking haul for you.
MTD Radio News, I'm Blake Ovard. A hotline for reporting suspected abuse, neglect, or exploitation of people with intellectual and developmental disabilities will be restored on July 1st. The toll-free hotline, 800-445-6242, will connect callers directly to intake specialists with the New Mexico Healthcare Authority's Division of Health Improvement Incident Management Bureau. Online reports submitted through the agency's reporting webpage will also be routed directly to the same team. The hotline is available for concerns involving people enrolled in New Mexico's home and community-based services, Medicaid waiver, and other state-funded programs. The city of Hobbs is restarting its search for a new police chief after candidate David Franklin withdrew from the hiring process. Franklin had verbally accepted a conditional offer to lead the Hobbs Police Department following a month-long selection process that included recommendations from a 10-member advisory committee and a public meet and greet. The withdrawal comes as the department continues to face leadership challenges. Deputy Chief Wade Lyons was removed as interim chief last month after a grand jury in Travis County, Texas, indicted him on charges of sexual assault, a second-degree felony, and official oppression, which is a Class A misdemeanor. City Manager Manny Gomez has appointed Captain Maria Barrientos to oversee the department's day-to-day operations while the search for a permanent chief resumes. And 6 criminal charges filed last year against former Carlsbad City Councilor Wesley Carter have been dismissed. The charges stem from allegations by his ex-wife Dana Carter that he subjected her to repeated physical and mental abuse during their marriage in 2025. Carter, 45, was scheduled to stand trial on August 4th before District Judge Anne Marie Lewis. However, the trial was canceled after prosecutors filed a nolo prosequi motion, formally ending the case. A nolo prosequi is typically filed when prosecutors determine there is insufficient evidence to move forward with prosecution. And this weekend, members of the MTD radio team will be in Albuquerque at the NMBA 75th Annual Awards. Our radio team won 6 awards, 4 of those for newscasts featuring yours truly, and that entitled us the Station of the Year. And that's the way it is. I'm Blake Ovard. This is MTD Radio News.
Hey, this is Danny Reynolds here at Permian Ford Lincoln, your home of the Big Blue Gorilla and the Permian Powertrain Promise. That's right. We have lifetime powertrain warranty right here at Permian Ford in Hobbs, and we are at the corner of Sanger and El Paso, if you didn't know. But let me tell you what's going on right now, guys. We're having an amazing sale. So many people have gotten vehicles. We're tipping the scale right now. We got so many truckloads coming in right now that it's amazing that I want to make sure that I invite everyone to take advantage of this stuff. Only here at Permian Ford Lincoln, Hobbs, America, 1000 North El Paso Street.
Veterans and active duty service members. When your call to service ends, your mission doesn't have to. Go from GI to IT in just a few months at My Computer Career. Prepare for a high-demand career in cybersecurity, protecting people, systems, and institutions from real cyber threats. Cyber warriors are needed now. Will you answer the call? Go to mycomputercareer.edu/CWP to learn more. That's mycomputercareer.edu/CWP. An elite CompTIA certification partner. VA education benefits are available to those who qualify.
Progressive presents Heroes That Keep Truckers Going. Today's hero, the Rest Up Bathroom Custodian. Is there toilet paper? No. Paper towels? No. Clean stalls? Also no. But the soap dispenser is full, and that counts for something. Thanks, hero. Know what else keeps truckers going? Progressive's expanded cargo protection through their enhanced Cargo Plus coverage. Get a quote at progressivecommercial.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Coverage subject to policy terms, limits, and conditions. Not available in California.
Be in the Breakfast Club, being powered by Permian Ford and PermianFord.com.
Now, folks, by special request, we're going to take it a little old school.
Welcome back to Be in the Breakfast Club, where B intends to live forever. So far, success.
What's your name, scumbag?
Graduation time. Look, there's Brandy. She's going to Arizona State University in the fall. Congratulations to Blake. He's got a scholarship to Yale. Uh-oh, there's Brad. Looks like he's going to chill out in the basement for the next year and play video games. But wait, here comes Brandy's mom. She's inviting Brad over while Dad takes Brandy to tour the campus. It's going to be a very interesting summer.
Oh, wait, the jobs report just came out. Oh, my goodness, look at here. I thought the economy was so bad. Oh, wait, am I seeing this right? Oh, it more than doubled the jobs expectations. Last month, they revised 10,000 jobs up to 172,000 jobs created. And so payroll is up. Jobs are up. Wow. I mean, I get it. Some things are up. Gas is up. Beef is up. But we're creating jobs. Now, only if we had that tariff money that would have helped us through the bumpy part of the this whole war. Remember, we were promised that $2,000. Thank you, Supreme Court, for messing that up for us. You guys. Hopefully you get birthright citizenship, right? Tourists in Romania seriously injured after a wild bear reached through a car window and attacked him. You would think that you are safe inside the car. I guess you're not. By the way, he was photographing and videoing the bear at the time. Evidently, the bear hates paparazzi. It's like, quit filming me. I'm done with you. Reached into the car. The last thing you want is a bear reaching into your car. That's for sure. All right. Of course, we got the World Cup, FIFA. You going to watch any of that, Russ?
Maybe a little bit of it.
Yeah, I tend not to. Yeah, I probably won't watch that. No. If I do, I'll fall asleep. I'm just not a big fan. I've never been able to get into soccer. And study says that wearing lavender and having a lavender air freshener makes people trust you more. The smell of lavender. I think I'm going to put some lavender behind my ear and make people trust me more.
There you go. It'll help on the next deal.
Lavender. Yeah. Smell of lavender. All right, Democrat Attorney General. This guy's lost his damn mind. He's a candidate for Attorney General in Iowa. Reposted a comparison between Antifa and the American troops that fought on D-Day. By the way, he has since deleted it, but lots of people screenshotted it. Forget about it. Nate Williams, former Iowa state representative and labor lawyer, is running to become Iowa's next attorney general. And his campaign page posted, some crazy stuff. Says that he will work to secure convictions for violent crimes. However, posted on his X account that Antifa, he likened Antifa to the young men that lost their lives on D-Day. He hates ICE. God, I hope that they don't elect this guy. I mean, stuff like this is scary. That we got people that hate America that want to run America.
Well, this is strange. It's strange to me that we have a country that everybody wants to scorn so badly, but nobody wants to leave it. They all want to fight to stay here.
They all want to stay here. Yep. Yesterday we talked about the Reflection Ministry founder and pastor that was arrested. Well, they made a second arrest in that Midland case. Elizabeth Walker, the chief operating officer at Reflection Ministries, has been arrested according to the Houston County jail records. Walker is facing charges of kidnapping, and her bond was set at $100,000. Now, Reflection Ministry is a place that they take in people that have come from other countries. And evidently they tried to kidnap a 1-year-old from somebody who was staying with them. What were they going to do with the baby after that? I have no idea. They're not there yet. Department of War, Pete Hegseth, removed 180 faiths from the list of recognized religions, according to the change from Pete Hegseth. So the U.S. Military Chaplain Corps previously recognized like 200 different religions. And they, had to learn about every religion. But according to military.com, that list is now down to about 31 religions, according to a memo that went out yesterday. So we're down to 31 religions. So I'll let you name a couple, Russ.
Well,
Christian would be one.
Christian, you have Muslim, you have
Judaism,
and then you have Hinduism.
Yeah, Hinduism, Sikh. A lot of different wide range Christian based, like Baptist, Catholic, Lutheran, Methodist, and that type of stuff. But I really wanted a list of the religions that they actually excluded now.
Well, there was a
I wanted
religion
the
that
complete list.
there was a religion that
I want to
worshiped.
know which ones they have excluded. Because I mean, look, Buddhism is still accepted, agnostic is still accepted, Islam, Judaism, Sikh, being a Christian, so all of that is still accepted. But yeah, I wanted the list of ones that aren't accepted anymore. But I mean, those are the main religions in the world anyway. You pretty much covered pretty much everybody. All right, Morgan Wallen's stage. They were in Pittsburgh getting ready for a stadium concert, and there was an unexpected buzz that they kept hearing. Well, they discovered a massive swarm of honeybees under the stage. They believe it was about 15,000 bees under the stage.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it took about 2 hours to remove the bees, but they got them gone. Man, that could be a terrible situation.
Well,
During the middle of a concert. Terrible.
So many people have an anaphylactic reaction when they're stung by bees. That could have got out of hand.
Yeah, that's me. I mean, that's terrible. All right, the Save America Act, if you were counting on the Senate to pass that, four Republicans voted with the Democrats. It failed 51-48. So Save Act is pretty much dead. I mean, that was something the president stood by. You had 4 Republicans that voted with the Democrats. 78% of Americans want the Save Act. They have no problem showing their IDs to vote, but yeah, it's pretty much done. Finished. And then you had Republicans in the House that broke ranks with the president on funding for Ukraine. So you got Republicans that can't even stay on course.
Well, didn't
the president of the United States?
Didn't 4 of the Congress people that were Republicans stand with the Democrats on trying to limit President Trump's War Powers Act in the Straits of Hormuz?
Yep.
And
so
one of those made a statement that he was voting that way because he was lost his primary against a Trump-backed candidate, and so he more or less admitted he did it retaliatorily.
Well, you know why you lost, because you never stood with the president. That's the problem. You didn't stand with the president, and if you're in a certain party, you're supposed to stand with your president. They're counting on you to stand. If not, you're going to be replaced, no doubt. A woman leaps from a balcony to escape from a kidnapping. A Florida woman escaped after 3 weeks after being kidnapped, and she leapt from a balcony. Her ex-boyfriend had kidnapped her and driven to California. She leapt from the balcony to save her life. So Lee County Sheriff announced that 41-year-old Floyd Stuck was arrested and charged with kidnapping, aggravated stalking, installing a tracking device without consent, and fleeing and eluding law enforcement. This whole thing began in Southwest Florida. He drove all the way to California. That is a road trip from Florida to California. Suspect, they say, was a dangerous person, but the young lady got away by leaping from the balcony and then telling people what was going on. So he drove through multiple states: Florida, Louisiana, Oklahoma, Nevada, and then California. And he threatened her every step of the way. He choked her. He hit her. He fled from the deputies after she jumped from the balcony, and they used the canines to find him. Pretty cool. Looks like the town of Taos has announced they are offering summer air service. So if you want to go up to Taos, Contour Airlines is offering a direct flight from Taos to Denver. Contour also offers, I think that Contour is also in Carlsbad, if I'm not mistaken. And at Outback Steakhouse, one of the diners is asking for $1.5 million after slipping on the mashed taters and falling. Tracy Renshaw suing Outback Steakhouse for $1.5 million. This happened in Sterling, Virginia, and she face planted on the hard floor while walking to the bathroom. She describes her injuries as serious and ongoing. Her lawsuit accuses the chain of negligence for not picking up the mashed potatoes. She wants her medical expenses paid for life, and she wants $1.5 million. I mean, can't you even tell us what the severity of your injury is?
Yeah, so $1.5 million. Did you like break a hip or something? Or
I don't know. I mean, even breaking a hip, are you going to get $1.5 million? So anyway, that case recently transferred from Virginia State Court to federal court. I don't know if that helps her case or hurts her case. I have no idea. All right, we're going to get to good news of the day. We're going to keep you updated with everything going on. We're B and the Breakfast Club. Text line is open. Russ Black is in the studio. We're KWMW Malmore, 105.1 FM. Also, KWES, 93.5 Ruidoso, and KDAZ AM, 700 FM, 96.9 in Albuquerque. If you're listening to us on the radio, we appreciate you. If you're watching us on KNMQ 20.1 TV station in Albuquerque and Santa Fe, we appreciate you. Or if you're watching on any of our streaming platforms, thank you for watching on X, TikTok, Facebook, YouTube, and many, many more. If you want to find out where you can find us and even pass that on to your friends, please just go to beandthebreakfastclub.com for more information. Russ and the text, then we'll take a break.
Donald says Islam shouldn't be accepted anywhere. And I don't quite understand this, but it says, did Yogi the Bear finally get tired of picnic baskets? So I guess
he's talking about the bear story with bear sightings.
Oh, okay. And could have sworn Obama canceled the citizenship when they touched American soil decree.
Yeah.
That's not a fact. Just them touching American soil doesn't make them a citizen anymore. And Obama did that.
But it doesn't now.
Yeah, Obama
did do that.
And
that's probably one of the only good things that he did.
One comment from a texter about the people we rescued off the boat. He said, now, great, there's more illegals in the United States. At least they're live illegals.
They deported them. I think they deported them.
And have you heard this? Mr. Hand heard that Hunter is testing the waters for a 2028 run.
Yeah, Trump was asked about that yesterday. They asked Donald Trump, what do you think about Hunter Biden in 2028 running for president? And Trump looked at him and go, Yeah, I had some experts talking about the Biden family financially is in deep doo-doo. Now, look, their net worth was about $1 million before Joe became president, and after they're worth hundreds of millions. So I don't see the Biden family. And look all the money that Hunter made with Burisma and artwork and all kind of other stuff. It's amazing that his art career ends right when Joe leaves office. Isn't that amazing? I mean, I'm talking about bad luck. That's got to be bad luck, right? or maybe he was selling, I don't know, selling his name for, I don't know, connection to the president of the United States. Well, maybe that's what it was. Yeah.
And this is great. Having Russ on the text line, I keep waiting for him to announce a bull ride. Up next, I've got Cody, one of the baddest bulls on this side of the Mississippi. I think he's playing with me about my accent. You have your accent. I have my accent. And that's, this is the way I talk. I was raised here. What can I do about it? And Roy from Jal says, Outback lady, lawsuit lady definitely is from the north. All Southern people know to look down at the floor when they're walking, or you could get tagged by a rattlesnake. I know. I almost got tagged by a rattlesnake yesterday.
Yeah, this time of the year, those rattlesnakes are looking for a cold place.
Well,
at least
Kevin, you've been out the transmitter building
location. It's got, we've got a den of rattlesnakes.
I have a picture of a snake that was sitting right by the door, and I did some things to make him move, and he went right under the steps. And I know we got a den of rattlesnakes. I just wish their in and out location wasn't right by the steps that we have to stand in front of to unlock the door. That's not good.
You need to bring some mothballs out there.
Yes. And Oilfield texted in, said State of New Mexico Department of Transportation is not doing their jobs, basically what he's saying. He had another superlative about it, but he said the weeds are about 4 foot tall on US 285 in between Artesia and Roswell. And we've actually had some rain here lately, so yes, it's just going to keep getting worse. And someone just said not one mail-in went to Spencer or any other Republican. Is that true? Do you know?
I'm looking at stuff right now. I don't see that. I did not see. Talking about Spencer Pratt.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm not seeing that. I'm on Breitbart right now. I just got off of Fox, so I don't see that story anywhere.
Donald said that snakes don't like sulfur, so we could put some sulfur out there. Also, I had somebody suggest putting some caustic lye out around that area. Triple Trumper said, my accent is awesome, man. You should be a rodeo announcer. Tell you a little secret. Years and years ago, I did strip clubs. That was one of my jobs as an announcer. And I went and did an audition in Chicago. And this accent was so impressive to them in Chicago that they gave me my audition. And then the other regular jock, stepped in after me and made the comment. He said, wow, that's Russ Black from Texas, and I didn't even know the rodeo was in town. So I didn't get that job. I'm sorry.
Russ Black was, yeah. Here comes Sugar to the stage now.
Yes, gentlemen, that's Tabitha up on center stage. Remember to tip your bartenders and your disc jockey. And I've got one last one. Damn it, Daniel said, this is a fact. You got to think about it. Your belly button is your old mouth. Now, you can do whatever you want with that information.
All right, 9:07, good news of the day. We're going to get to that. We'll also talk about a brand new Gallup poll finds that Americans support LGBTQ plus issues is kind of sliding backwards over the last couple of years. We'll talk about that coming up in just a second. We're on the Breakfast Club Morning Show being brought to you by Seminole Siding and Construction, a trusted name across Southeast New Mexico. Exceptional construction and siding services. They offer residential and they offer construction for commercial and industrial metal buildings. From start to finish, they get it done. It's a company that you can trust, and they offer comprehensive solutions for all your construction. Don't settle for anything less. Get in touch with Seminole Siding and Construction It can remodel the outside of your home with siding, windows, doors, seamless gutters, so much more. Brand new roof. Plus, they can take care of your barn and your shop and that type of stuff, or the big metal buildings or industrial and commercial types. Give them a call, 575-391-1430. Website, Seminole Siding and Construction.com. It's 809. Make that 908. We are on the Breakfast Club.
Fox News, I'm Therese Crowley. Gangbuster May jobs report double the expected 172,000 jobs added. President Trump heads to Battleground, Wisconsin after winning the Battle of Border Protection. A Senate all-nighter to fund Customs and Border Protection without Democrats' help.
Vote, the yeas are 52, the nays are 47. This bill...
As Iran reviews the latest U.S. peace proposal from the president.
We're going to win on paper or we're going to win military.
California is still counting primary votes. Republican leads being whittled by Democrat mail-in ballots. As U.S. Attorney Bill Essayli spearheads another huge drug raid on L.A.'s MacArthur Park.
MacArthur Park has devolved into an open-air drug market, and so we want them to know that the feds are here with LAPD. The days of using drugs at the park are over. No more. No mas.
Targeting fentanyl, over a dozen arrests. America is listening to Fox News.
At Franklin Veterinary Clinic, they're a full-service clinic that offers comprehensive care for family pets, equine athletes, and livestock alike. They have multiple veterinarians on staff providing the best possible care for your animals at every stage of their life. And when emergencies arise, they offer 24-hour ambulatory services and after-hour emergency care. The new emergency number is 575-808-7725. Franklin Veterinary Clinic, a tradition and excellence in caring, proudly serving Lincoln, Chavez, and Otero counties.
There's hundreds of big-time spring specials this week at Bob's Ridgeway. Get Jimmy Dean bacon 12-ounce pack, just $2.99. Bottom beef round steak, $4.48 a pound. Seedless watermelons, $3.99 each, and get seedless grapes, just 98 cents a pound. Craven flavored sherbets and ice cream, 1 gallon pail, just $4.98. Olive Food Club cake mixes, 79 cents a box, and get the canned frosting for just $1.48. These and hundreds of big value specials for your spring this week at Bob's Ridgeway, where for 60 years your grocery dollar's always gone farther. 906 West Avenue D in Lovington.
You bought an RV, and you got an automatic discount from Progressive by bundling it with your home or auto insurance. That's great, but a serious word of warning every RVer should heed. You don't need to talk about things like dry weight or dump stations. And you don't need one of those expensive water filter straws either. Because the most extreme thing most RVers encounter is a campsite without hookups. So just enjoy yourself. And Progressive's automatic discount when you bundle your RV, boat, or motorcycle with your home or auto insurance. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Not available in all states or situations.
I know that hiring can be challenging. You sort through tons of resumes and you get too many so-so applicants. You're just waiting for someone to match your role perfectly. Well, now, there's a place where you can meet them fast. ZipRecruiter.
Need to hire right away. Start your search for strong candidates. The right fit awaits. Build your team, build it sooner. Meet your match on ZipRecruiter.
Just head to ZipRecruiter.com/free right now to try it for free. And you're on your way to meeting your match. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. So try it now. Go to ZipRecruiter.com/free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Meet your match on ZipRecruiter. Try it free.
At Coffee Drilling LLC, they offer a wide range of drilling services from small domestic water to agricultural and monitor wells. In addition to mud and rotary drilling, Coffee Drilling offers services to pre-existing wells as well as troubleshooting of pumps and all control systems. Call Coffee Drilling today to schedule your routine maintenance or see about an upgrade to your water system. Call 505-270-1767. That's 505-270-1767. Coffee Drilling LLC, over 20 years experience and serving all of Hobbs, Lovington, and Eunice.
Southeast New Mexico weather.
Good morning. The forecast for the southeast plains of New Mexico. The temperatures at 87 degrees in Roswell, 20% chance for thunderstorms this afternoon. The temperature at 87 degrees as well in Carlsbad, Artesia, 20% chance for thunder showers, and 83 degrees in Lovington with a chance for a thunderstorm. Well, the temperatures by tomorrow will be hotter and rain chances decreasing. For W105 FM, I'm meteorologist Ron Roberts.
Your country plays on W105.
In the Breakfast Club being powered by Permian Ford and PermianFord.com.
You can tell the master I'm done for the day.
9:13. Good news of the day coming up. Russ will walk over to take care of Tradio coming up in just a second. Doesn't even have to walk that far. It's just like right
close.
around. Yeah, right. Oh, wait, it's in the same studio even. Wow. See the way that works?
Mm-hmm.
Mount Everest guide feared dead after a week of they haven't found him. Yeah, he's still looking. Nearly a week has been. Oh, they found him. He's good. After 6 days of being alone, he started making his way down the mountain. He was frostbit. On the bright side, look at the overtime this guy clocked. 6 days of overtime. I think he's good to go. 6 days up on Mount Everest. He's good. Yeah, Russ, you have any thoughts and aspirations about climbing a mountain?
I've done a little rock climbing when I was much younger, but I wouldn't call it mountain climbing. All I know is they do it because they say it's there. There's a lot of things that are there.
I mean, they said his last words before he, got lost was, "Y'all go ahead, I'll catch up."
Yeah. I do wish they would quit doing one thing. We've lost so many rescue people, helicopter pilots and everything going to rescue people who've done something dumb and then got stranded.
Yeah, then you got to go find them. Pennsylvania Volunteer Fire Department, he's a firefighter, has been charged with intentionally setting 6 fires within 30 hours. And then he went and helped put them out.
There was a glory seeker.
Yeah, no doubt. And a Massachusetts woman visiting Disney World had a serious meltdown because she said that she actually became violent with employees at the Steakhouse 71 right there on the grounds of Walt Disney World. She reportedly was denied entry because of the size of her party at the restaurant. And she went ballistic. Maybe she needs to go through some 6-step program for that or something. Anyway, they banned her from, you have to do a lot to be banned from Disney for the rest of your life. They gave her a lifetime ban to Disney. You have to be really bad to get a lifetime ban from Disney. Disney, they don't ban people for life. Why would they? That's the way they make their money. Well, they banned her.
For life?
For life. Yeah, you're not coming back.
Okay.
Sorry, rules are rules. And the rule at the restaurant was you couldn't have a party more than 10. Okay, just turn that into 2 parties of 10. Different tables. Good. Find a workaround. Not this lady. She went crazy. Hey, the morning show this morning being brought to you by La Tienda in Carlsbad. Check them out today. They're right there on Canal. Home of the taco bar and the made-from-scratch tortillas. Delicious tortillas. I'm not just talking about flour tortillas. They make corn tortillas, flour tortillas, the chips, the shells, everything that you need. They also have a made-from-scratch bakery. So if you need a birthday cake or even a quinceañera cake, pretty much any occasion they can take care of. Specials this week at La Tienda. Get the boneless thighs are the fryer wings for $2.19 a pound. Get the beef bottom round steak for $5.49 a pound. Whole pork loin for just $1.99 a pound, and get the bacon, Jimmy Dean bacon, 12-ounce pack for $3.99. Produce department, seedless watermelons, $4.99 each. Get the green grapes, they're seedless, at $1.99 a pound, and get red ripe strawberries for $1.99 a pound. Check out the digital coupons. Print those before you leave the house and save big time right now on Gatorade and Propel. You can get the save $1 off 4 Gatorades or Propel. Download that coupon today. Also get Coke, Dr. Pepper, and Sprite. You also get that Peace Tea. Get 2 12-packs for $12. And in the deli department at La Tienda, get the off-the-bone ham or the Black Forest ham for just $4.48 a pound. Also, corner shop cuts, pepperoni, and the salami is just $4.98 a pound. Plus, the coldest beer in town, find it all at La Tienda. Russ Black and the Tex, we got the good news coming up in just a sec.
All right. Sounds like all your Textures fortune cookies came in lavender underwear. So, and that was from my wife. So, she caught on your lavender.
Lavender on the
right,
like on the back of my ear.
Yeah, she said you had to put lavender on your underwear. That's what you. And Kevin from Lee County, do the mail-in ballots from California have names and addresses, and are they signed?
I can't answer that. I can't answer that, but I bet California is very lenient on their mail-in ballots, for sure.
I don't imagine they had to go through a lot of stuff.
Oh,
I have. I would imagine in California, if it doesn't have proper ID and name and everything on it, well, then they will take it and count that vote, because they won't ever vote counted, whether it's legal or not.
No, it doesn't matter.
Let's see. Okay, since we're filling time, I didn't even want to send any more from Pathetic Texture, but for shame, a pox upon anyone who disavows the holy quest placed on the shoulders of this valiant man. Yeah. Anyway, he's
what are you talking about?
I guess he's talking about me. I don't know. Matter of fact.
No, I would think he's talking about when I said Republicans can't stick together. Look, the truth of the matter is Democrats stick together. The only way to beat Democrats is to stick together. If you're not going to stick together, don't go to Washington, D.C. Now, yes, you're supposed to be the voice of your constituents, but if you're a Republican, I think most Republicans want you to back the president. Just my thought.
And I'm trying to see if we have any others
that aren't Tradio.
That aren't Tradio, and already I have Tradio texts coming in. So wait just a few minutes. Let me get through with what we're doing here, and then we will get to the Tradio text.
Right. And when your meat expires, do you throw it away?
Yes.
You do?
I do.
I hate to tell you, I don't. I do the smell test. I do the same thing. I'm not a big milk drinker, but if I was, I would do the smell test. But scientists say you've probably been throwing away perfectly good meat because of one common mistake. The sell-by dates for meat is typically set 4 days after packaging based on color changes, not actual safety. I say do the smell test. If it smells bad, I ain't eating it. Best thing you can do is, if you buy meat from the grocery store and bring it to your house and wash it and repack it and freeze it, well, then you don't have to worry about the sell-by date. So freeze all your meat. But they say, and you could probably go at least 4 days. At least 4 days. And Germany rejects the the EU's pressure to scrap their border checkpoints. German Minister of Interior on Thursday rejected the EU's Commission request to drop the border checkpoints. See, the EU wants every country in Europe to not have identity. They want every country in Europe to be the same. That's why they came out with the currency. Everybody has the same currency now. You can go from one country to the next country without a problem. So they want Germany to do away with their border checkpoints. And Germany said if we did that, we wouldn't curb the immigration problem we have. Can you imagine having no borders? Zero borders. Good for Germany for pushing this back. I get that 100%. No doubt. Yeah, I would definitely do the same thing. You got to have, every country has to have borders.
Okay.
Mexico has a border fence. They have their own border fence.
I'm pretty
Germany
sure
should have their border checkpoints.
I'm pretty sure I have a question here that you'll be able to answer. Okay. It says going to check your Cajun intelligence. It says I was told if gator smells like fish, that means it's bad. Is that correct?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
Most of them smell the same. They are fishy.
I've eaten a lot of alligator and
tastes like chicken.
If you cook it a little bit too long, it will taste and feel like rubber.
Yeah, you got to know. I wouldn't cook it in the microwave, that's for sure.
And then one last little thing. Did you hear about the guy that got kicked out of Six Flags for life for eating McDonald's nuggets on the roller coaster? And it's rumored that it wasn't his stunt that he was trying to pull it, did it, but they kicked him out for life because it wasn't food that was purchased in Disneyland.
But can't you, you can bring your own food in the Disneyland. Yeah, because when we went, I actually told the wife, because people in front of us were eating like bologna sandwiches. And I said, next time, that's what we need to do.
Yeah.
And my wife said, you're just too damn cheap. I think it's an ingenious idea. Why am I giving them more money? I shouldn't be giving them any more money. All right, good news of the day. Let's get to that. Being brought to you by Farmers Insurance Agent Herschel Rustin Hayes, Avenue D in Lovington, 575-396-0513. Home, auto, life insurance, commercial insurance. Look, they're right across the street from Bob's. Stop in the day for a free quote. Herschel Rustin Hayes, proud sponsor of the good news of the day.
I have two little quick ones. International scientists now have developed a type of kelp and seaweed that they are starting to plant in vast amounts, especially around the coast of Australia and some coast in the United States, that it devours up to 50% of the ocean CO2. So in those areas, much less CO2 being released into the atmosphere, contributing to global warming. And even a better news story, Arizona police shared a video of wildlife officials using a tarp like your old-fashioned fireman catch to get a bear that was caught up in a tree. Tree was giving way. They was trying to get him down, so they tranquilized him, and then all the men got together and held the tarp underneath the bear until he passed out. He landed safely in the tarp and has been medicated and now has been delivered to a normal habitat. for a long, happy bear life. There you go. That's the good news stories that I have for the day.
All right, we got to get out of here. Tradio is coming up in just a second. Monica will be back on Monday. We'll be back with Monica and Russ will return to not getting up at 4 o'clock in the morning.
I enjoyed it this morning.
He greatly appreciates not having to wake up. And Will Rooney will be back with hardware from the New Mexico Broadcast Association. So you guys have a great weekend. I'll see you back tomorrow morning at about 6:06 or so tomorrow without the Breakfast Club. News this morning being brought to you by Roach Air Conditioning and Heating, your choice for your next HVAC job. They've got the experience to help you. Hey, it doesn't matter if you're looking for somebody to work on your commercial unit or your residential unit. Enrique Rocha is the guy. He's our go-to guy when we've got problems with ACs. Yeah, we have big problems. Yeah, it means that it takes us off the air because our equipment does not like warm weather. Enrique is always there to save the day. 575-631-1999. Roach Air Conditioning and Heating. Call them today. Radio is up next. Stand by. Be in the Breakfast Club. We're out of here.
MTD Radio News this hour being brought to you by Estacado Federal Credit